Hello, gamers. Excuse me. I didn't really want my voice or anything for the stream. Are we doing CSA or USA? I'm thinking probably just USA, but in theory, CSA is actually better because you can get the Cotton King event. But like, I don't want to play as CSA. I want to just play as the USA. Oh, hey, that's me. Hello, the true gamer. Hog. Parker's voice jump scare. Yeah, I got you. I saw you pinged me about the Anglican thing in EU5, by the way, and like, you know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I did already know about Anglican. Just that getting it is really hard to actually convert to Anglicanism in EU5 is tough. But yeah, how am I here at a stream start without being subscribed? I don't know, bro. Try subscribing. Got him. You see that guy, dude? The call to action. He's done. New Africa reverse slavery of Europe combo, maybe. Unfortunately, you can only import slaves from decentralized nations, meaning that because I once tried this, exactly what you're talking about. I did United States, and then I took the Afro-American culture in, and then didn't get Dixie, and then tried to put slavery back in, which I did. But yeah, you can't take Dixies as slaves because they're not from decentralized states. Yeah, so I did that ages ago. In fact, I think the video is presumably still on my channel, but yeah, it does not work because you can't enslave centralized people for some reason. Kind of cringe. Kind of cringe. Kind of cringe. Dude, what do we think about the DLC, by the way, guys? I know it's only been out for I guess a couple hours at this point, but how are we feeling? You can decolonize Florida. That is true. You could give up Florida. Okay, you're right. There would be a way, I guess. But yes. EU5's been too distracting to play Vic 3. Hope this pushes me back to it. Maybe. I mean, Victoria 3 is in the best place it's ever been. That seems to be the case every time a new DLC comes out, which is more or less what you want, right? But yeah, things are looking good for Vic 3, and whereas EU5 is kind of feeling like it's having some trouble finding its footing, although still a good game as well. You won't see me dissing it, but has trouble finding its footing. Did they fix the bugs? They seem to have fixed a lot of the bugs. Yes, I was very happy to see that a lot of the bugs are fixed. A handful are still in there. They're probably going to have a hot patch out pretty soon. That's what I guess anyway. Been playing a lot of Imperator? Damn. Also, what's up, chat? Hey. I feel really short when the camera's like this. Hold on, there you go. Make this a little less headroom. There you go. Beautiful. I'm getting used to the hair, by the way. I'm getting used to it. It's really easy. It's really nice. I love Imperator. Imperator is worth loving. Yeah, it's a good game. Sad how it went, but good game. Where's my chat box? Why isn't that showing up? Chat box. Oh, I think I know why. Oh no, there it is. It's there. If I consume well above amount of cannabis, I've actually never had any weed in my life. I've never smoked or had edibles or anything. Is it actually fixed? Maybe it's not. Can someone type something in chat? I know the chat is so dead I have to ask people to type. Why does chat box gotta be so cringe? Is it because it's only the Twitch chat? Is that why? Yeah, it's only Twitch chat, that's why. Oh, hold on, I gotta get the I gotta get a different chat box so it shows the other chatters. What's type? Oh wait, no, that's a YouTube chatter. Okay, weird. Maybe it just needed a second to catch up. Okay, well. There you go then. There's the chat on the screen. I don't know, I was confused there for a second. Which speaks perhaps to the assumption that I do weed even though I don't. Turkus, is your hometown public knowledge or not? Well, my hometown, in the sense like where where I was born is different than where I am now, but I live in Vancouver, kind of. I live in a city next to Vancouver. Only the early Tarkus heads know which one, because I used to talk about it openly. But then I've been told by my partner I shouldn't do that, so I'm not allowed to say not allowed to say what city it is particularly now. But if you're an old time viewer, then you remember. But I was born in Edmonton, so we can call that my hometown, I guess. I'll make Vancouver big if possible. Do it, brother. I'd love that. Is the new cultural block DLC exclusive, or was it part of the free patch? I actually don't know. I really don't know what parts are DLC and what parts aren't. Yes, indeed, I'm an old head. This guy's an old head. This guy knows. Anyway, let's not delay the game too much here. I want to do today United States, and we embrace the slave trade, and we do the United Fruit Company, so we get that plantation throughput bonus, and we just go hard with the plantations, because right now plantations are crazy. It's probably not as effective still as playing like a proper industrialized economy, and we are going to do a little bit of industrialization, of course, but I want to just sort of see how much profit we can get on some plantations. It's gotta be fun. You play Victoria 2? No, I've not played Victoria 2. Yeah. Okay. Little burp there. Let's continue the game. Over the odds. I don't know why I'm yawning. Average deranged conversation you walk in on? Yeah, pretty much. I'm known to be pretty deranged, it's true. This is the United States, run by Andrew Jackson, the most goated president of America, of course. And we will go in. So, like, I've played America a million times in my life, and, like, I play them... It's probably one of the characters I play the most, because they're just really, really fun to play. But for today, the plan is to more or less orient the run around the... There it is, around these guys, the United Fruit Company, because they give a pretty sick 20% plantation throughput bonus. They give you minus infamy decay, but that plantation throughput bonus, kinda insane. So what's up, Cornwallis the Third? Kind of an insane bonus. The actual stuff it controls normally isn't that good, but sugar right now is kind of really, really strong. Generalist told me that. He told me that sugar is really good, and I believe him. So sugar is going to be really good for us. And then besides that, like, I'm thinking, honestly, we conquer, like, what do you call it? Cuba, and just get the cool companies there. I know Tarkus is an AI when his webcam has a yellow piss filter. How do I show I'm not AI right now? Okay, here's my hand. So AI can't do hands, right? Okay, you see the fingers? Right, see? Look at this. Look at this. Fingers? What else? I don't know. I don't know how else to do it. Well, what can AI not do? I mean, probably a lot of things, but how can I demonstrate it via webcam? Learned how to do hands a year ago? Fuck! Ruined. Can you trust Janos when his Cuba was 1/4 of your GDP? Of course I still trust him. Of course I still trust him. Are you gonna do the new GIGACHAD Paradox Webcam campaign starting soon? Probably pretty soon, yeah. Probably pretty soon. I'm just debating if I should stream it or if I should just do it offline. That's the only thing I'm thinking there. Hello, Charlolo. That's a funny name. That feels like hard to say. Igbles as refused to make footage of someone doing a Hitler salute. I'm not going to do that. You're right, you know what? You got me. You got me. Shit, I guess I am AI. Well, with that now get confirmed. Okay, with that now confirmed, we might as well just play the game. You have to show us your feet, dude. So true. I'm not showing them for free, bro. What are slave imports you can get with Brazil? Probably a lot. Probably a lot. General's playing Brazil right now. If you want to go see that, by the way, not trying to directly move my audience away from me by telling them to go watch Generalist, but he's playing Brazil. So I'm thinking, like... By the way, someone asked what's the goal for the run? I just want to, like, meme around with the fruit company. I just want to get huge plantation bonuses. I want to make, like, the greatest sugar company ever known to man. We might turn Louisiana into the pearl of the Mississippi, like, once again. We'll see. I had to check if that was the right river, because I wasn't sure, but it is, yes. Also, William Krampus Sons immediately has to go. Like, the worst company ever known to man. The question is, do we want to start immediately with the sugar company, like with this United Fruit Company? I think we do. So to do that, we need to make 5 sugar plantations in Louisiana, and then make bananas somewhere in Central or South America, which is pretty easy to do. So we'll just start with that right away. I'm thinking we just, like, go right for it. Like, why even delay, you know? Road maintenance, agriculture, and migration. We probably should incorporate this. That'd be smart. It already is. Okay. I also want to incorporate Arkansas, because there's that really good Lee Wilson and company. And this has cotton, and it has this prestige cotton. So we can do, like, insane cotton stuff with this. But yeah, we'll get that going too. And then beyond that, like, I don't know. We're going to play pretty chill. We're not going to be doing anything super meta, just because, like, I'm here more for the fun than anything else. You have to forgive me if we play kind of poorly. I'll do my best. Before we do any of that stuff, though, we probably should make some construction sectors. This is the classic opening move. And I want to get my interests set up. This is more or less what I'm looking for. Maybe put one in Argentina as well. And yeah, looks good, looks good. Let's make friends with Britain. In fact, we'll just make friends with everyone. We don't really want to oppose any of the great powers. So whoever wants to be friends can be friends. How dare you have fun? I know, right? I know. Impossible. Also, I'm gonna set up stuff here too. I think these two are gonna be our insano states. So we'll make these like our crazy, stupid states. But agitators are available. We immediately have Rothschild. So, yeah. So, by the way, you guys know how there's that new ruler feature? You can make the ruler of Austria on game start Solomon Rothschild, and that's going to make for some funny memes, probably. I might do something with that for a video sometime. We want to keep slavery around, so hold on, I gotta go set that up real quick. Because I wanted to do pro-slavery movement. So actually, let me take off maybe some decrees. Let me take off the, probably the road maintenance decrees for now. And then let's put on the pro-slavery movement bolster. I'll get around to suppressing this later. Yeah, true, Connor. It is a bit of a weird feature, but I like that it's there. It's pretty cool. It does mean that if you make Marx the King of Britain, then your heir is Victoria. As you mentioned, it keeps the historical heirs, which is pretty funny. But it's clearly the kind of thing they added in, like, kind of, not at the last second, as in, like, they weren't trying, but as in, they probably didn't consider, like, accounting for a lot of things. They were just like, whatever, just, you know, get it done, just for the memes. Which is fine. So I need to, in order to make that fruit company, by the way, I need to get stuff in South America. So let me see if I can make a protectorate somewhere around here. I'm sure nobody would bother me if I invade New Granada, right? Let's do Venezuela, actually, because they have oil, and that could be useful later in the game. And they're easier to conquer. Great. Go. I think 11 soldiers will be enough, so we'll just take those 11 and go for it. As long as we have lancers anyway. Chocolate doesn't happen. Oh, they back down. Wow. Chocolate doesn't happen every patch. Real? Oh, I'm wrong one. Let's get the bananas going now. So we just need to build 5 bananas down here. Cool. Then we can make our company. Woohoo! Screw the Whigs. We hate the Whigs. Oh yeah, the industrialists are now slavers. Good. Excellent. Unfortunately, that event came up after the election finished, which means that we don't get to have the industrialists join the Democrat Party, which would have been really good. Luckily, the Democrats are winning, though. We have John Calhoun. And I think, could we just go straight for slave trade? Is that a thing? Like, we could, and all the abolitionists would only be protesting that, so we can actually do it. Screw it. I guess we can get the army to support it as well. Sure. Yeah, I'll increase the army size. I plan to do that anyway. So, sure, let's do that. Yes, we should actually ensure the interior is not colonized. You're kind of right. And I think I might go for that. It'd be really funny. Let's do expand slavery in the West. Move slaves into Iowa. Good. American-British Society. We love to see that. Can I do my fruit company yet? White. But yeah, we need to finish the bananas. After those finish, I need to just stack like all the sugar ever down here. And we can get some railways. 5 rails, and then like, we're just making sugar. That's all we're making, guys. Like the negotiate button, it is very nice. It is very cool. Very nice addition to the game. Probably one of the best parts of the new patch, to be honest. It's fine. Fisher, please. I haven't finished watching the VOD of the Cuba game, dude. Real. Don't worry. Look, we're in a streaming renaissance with regards to how often I'll be streaming. Okay, so enjoy the fact that you'll have too much content to consume. Also, United Fruit Company, it's here. Bam. So what industry can we give? We can give it railways. That works for me, to be honest, so sure. And we want to give it investment rights, of course. The guy in charge is Christopher Garnett, an abolitionist. Ew. Imagine. Imagine. And we're giving a monopoly on sugar. The rest of it I don't care about too much, but the sugar monopoly I want, so this way he just makes a crap ton of money here. So let's take a look at this, see how much money we're going to be making on the sugar plantation. So despite sugar's price being floored to nothing, bro is making like 4K. Let's set this to a slight subvention for exports and see if we can get that price even higher. That's fine. Damn, almost 10K. Oh my goodness. Wow. Ottoman plantation maxing camp it would go? It probably would go very well, yeah. Because right now plantations are just really, really strong. So I could see it going pretty well. How's the migration here, by the way? Hopefully we're getting some good migration. We don't have any Yankees here yet, which would help a lot. So am I getting nationalism? Yes. Okay, good. Players removed from office. No, liberals, fine. Begging for a parliament to internal politics DLC for years. Yeah, parliament system for passing laws would be cool, but I wonder how that would work with the interest group system, because you'd have to have it so like there are parliament seats, I guess, and each parliament seat supports an interest group. What you could do is you could have a system where like you have a new power structure law, and it can be like unitary, or well, this isn't even correctly applying the terms, but something like there's unitary and there's like federal or something like that. And in a unitary system, interest groups just collect clout from pops, and then in like a federal system, I don't know. I don't know much about how these sorts of distribution of power politics works, but the point is like a system where population just goes into IGs, and a system where parliament seats collect IG power, and then like a parliament seat wins or loses. I don't know, bro. It's something like that. Are you gonna do a Confederate thing or just avoid the Civil War? I'm gonna try to avoid the Civil War, but if the free states want to fight, we can fight them. We'll see. The migrants coming in, that's cool. We can get more construction, so let's do that. We're gonna build in the north and then use it to like build more plantations in the south. Oh, what happened to Cuba was red for a second. Did the Carlist Spain win? The Carlist Spain won. Okay, nice. Dude, that's how you know I'm paying attention, by the way, is that I saw the brief flicker of a red Cuba and knew that the Carlists won. So cool. I didn't even know the AI was capable of that. I honestly thought the AI would never be able to win a war like that. Like the AI. I never thought the Carlist AI could win, I should say. Parker England to bring slavery to the UK. Kind of based. They don't have any good plantations there, though. Rivalry with Russia, sure. I probably shouldn't have clicked that. It just gave them more activism. Bad. Now they're gonna get to like 90, aren't they? At 84. Cringe. Let's build up like some iron. I know I'm going full plantation mode here, but we probably should get some actual like goods that are good. Big Egypt into part of the American state. We probably will. I mean, we'll see. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But yeah. Our fruit company is almost prosperous. We probably should do more conquests before the company gets its prosperity bonus so we can decay infamy a little faster. Let's take New Granada. Dude, it's so nice having a better computer so I can play this game actually with some speed. Also, we should click this. SSC. And I guess I should recruit some Lancers. That's like one. Actually, no, it's fine. This is one too many, but actually, it's okay. Can you pass the law, please? Come on. We're so close to passing it. Come on, dude. These vassals are little slaver states? Interesting. What I'm thinking we probably do is we go to our subjects and maybe we just tell them to put slavery in. Something like that. That could be kind of funny. But I want the slaves to come to me, right? I don't want them to have the slaves. A 92% chance to pass. Go on. Please pass the law. Fugitive Slave Act. What is this? We probably should remove that, yeah. There we go. Slave trade to pass. So now we'll start importing slaves, which should get us some people down here. Oh, we actually have some like Europeans coming here to work in the plantations. One thing to keep in mind is that with the sugar plantations, they give these negatives to laborers and to the slaves. So despite the fact that like you'd think we'd only want to hire slaves here, like there are going to be people working here that are not slaves. In fact, most of the workforce here... Oh, no, never mind. Most of it's still slaves. Afro-Antillian. Why does the Afro-American look like that? Okay, I don't know why he looked kind of white from this perspective, but I see now he's kind of more half. He looked kind of white there for a second. I was like, well, that's weird. Anyway, we have a new production method, steam-powered mills, and we will do this. We can make more sugar. We're already #1 producer in the world, by the way. Very nice. I probably should invade these guys. I've just not been invading. There's the bananas, by the way. Now, here's the funny thing, is that right now I've given a monopoly to the fruit company. So they have all the sugar, and that's because I want them to get throughput bonus and all that. But I should probably conquer Cuba and then take the sugar company that's in Cuba and use that to get the prestige sugar, like the Havana sugar. So that way we can have even more powerful sugar exports. But alas, okay. We'll get around to that. We might have to do a bunch of nationalization to sort of reclaim that sugar and then give it to the better company. But it's alright. There's New Granada. Vectorated, by the way. Good. I'd like to make a power block at this point. Let's do one. Now, I know Cultural Commonwealth is the big new one, so we want to use that. But we actually are mostly going to be conquering people who aren't going to be speaking our language. Because as America, we of course have Anglophone, which is Germanic. So anyone that's Germanic, we can mess with the culture of. But pretty much everyone down here is a Romance speaker. They're all going to be Hispanophones. So we'd prefer probably not to do it because it wouldn't really help us very much. So instead, we're going to go for the relatively simple, like Trade League probably. Or I guess we could do Ideological Union, and this we could use to like get our subjects to change laws, like when we make them into puppets. We could do something like probably we would do Creative Legislature, and then we could get them all to become puppets. We're gonna colonize Africa? Probably a bit, yeah. We'll do. I don't know if we'll take over all of it, but a little bit maybe. What do you think, Trade League or Creative Legislature? With Trade League, we could like export more sugar because we'll have a lot more trade capacity. But this is nice to have. Oh, I never checked what the statue is for Cultural Commonwealth. That's my bad. Oh, it doesn't get a statue. Cringe. They forgot to give a statue to Cultural Commonwealth. I totally forgot to even check for that. Yeah. Well, I guess we can just go with the Trade League. Yeah, I think Trade League for the trade. Because again, we don't want the slaves going down here. We want them to come up here. Makes sense. We'll do external trade, of course. As a Sovereign Empire statue? Oh, okay, okay. Good to know. Now we're going to call this. I guess we're just going to go with Golden Circle. Isn't that the name of, like, the proposed, like, CSA thing where they take over, like, all the Caribbean and all this coastline and stuff? Golden Circle sounds pretty good. There's a shield. I mean, I don't know. I wish there was a random button for this, by the way, but... This is good. This is like a dude that we've enslaved or something, maybe. And there can be an eagle, because America has to use eagles. And angels, of course, because God condones the slavery. And then... That looks nice. For the statue... I don't know. A garden? Yeah, yeah. The slaves can maintain the garden. Oh, the earth, because we get slaves from all over the world. I like that. With a little academic hat, because it's like a eugenics thing. I don't know. That. And then... Oh, the arms of all the slaves that tried to run away. So, like, we cut them off and put them on the earth. Yeah, good. That's good. And for the bottom... Oh, the sword that cut it. Yeah, there you go. That's the sword that cut the arms off. Dude, the lore is crazy on this run. Great. So the first big thing we're going to want to reclaim, probably, is going to be Cuba. I say reclaim as if it's actually ours. Cuba's going to be important to get, but for right now, I think that we can't beat Spain. Also, thank you very much for the... was that a follow? Thank you very much, Belk Resfriado. Appreciate it. Let's invade... I think we should invade Mexico. Can't right now. Why is that? There it is. Okay, I just missed it. I'm dumb. Yeah, it looks like no one's gonna get involved, so we should be able to just destroy Mexico. And thanks to the new Infamy rework, by the way, it's like really cheap to conquer these. Love to see it. Good. Where's my army? Oh, they're still coming. They didn't even finish getting back home before I have another mission for them. We're gonna conscript like a little bit. Like, not a ton, but mostly from the north, I guess. Send those Yankees to fight in the place of real Dixie gentlemen. He's fearful. Well, let's mark a couple of these as fired then, just in case he decides to back down. 0 maneuvers for the claims. It was actually 0 maneuvers. That's crazy. It probably was just so low that it didn't have a number. We're not watched instead of the Game Awards IRL. Dude, who cares about the Game Awards? What? Does anyone actually care about the Game Awards? I'd be curious to know. I feel like nobody cares, but possible they do. Do I want to conquer any extra states? No, I think I'm good. We'll just take our historical claims. I do like secret police, yeah. Secret police to hunt down any escaped slaves is a good idea. Also, we do need more iron, but we got it queued up. Get there. I don't imagine we'll have any trouble here. I am on rapid advance. Sure, Thomas Jessup can get in there too. Yankee National Awakening. Amazing. Oh, interesting. The army projection power, it includes the power of your conscripts. Good to know. So if you want to do this appeasement thing, you can always raise some conscripts if you want to elevate this number. Very good to know. Nice. I think we almost got everything. Some natives have risen up. That's fine. They don't even have an army, so they can't even possibly fight. Let's get more education. I like education. What the industrialists, of course. Yeah, I don't even know like what the long-term plan is for this run. I feel like I just want to do crazy stuff. Pennsylvania gets these bonuses. I don't really care about these bonuses that much for Pennsylvania. They're good bonuses, but we're focusing on Louisiana. Speaking of which, how's the population of Louisiana looking? Still getting migrants? Yeah, a bit. We still have some leftover peasants too. We're making more and more sugar. We could definitely use more workers here. There we go. Political concessions is actually a good thing if it's a good IG, if you ask me. New company, by the way. So for our second company, what do we want to do? I guess we wanted to do Lee Wilson, right? Yeah, that's the one. Lee Wilson. Classic. And they can also get railways, just like the plantation company, but it's fine. Only one of them needs to do railways. We'll give them a monopoly on cotton. We can get cotton's price to go up. And we can't give them investment rights, but okay, we'll get around to that. More Maracas to enslave. This is peak US, for sure, for sure. It's gonna take a long time to fill this labor shortage, though. That is for real. It'll take a very long time. But once they do, oh boy. We should build a bunch of trade centers down here. Right now they're probably just exporting sugar. That they are. Indeed. Let's give them like 100 centers. And that'll probably be unprofitable for now, but give it time and they'll get there. Just interests, I want to trade with Europe a bit. Eventually, when I max out my external trade principle, I won't have to worry about interests giving trade advantage. But until then, these are like the major powers, the great powers of Europe, so that'll help with our trade. Can you guys calm down about the whole we abolished, like, we increased the slave trade, please? Could you guys calm down about that? What's your problem? We'll get better over time. Russia immediately rivaled me, thank you. I'd like to get public health insurance, but we need to get the church in government for that, and they're currently abolitionists. I hate that the like opening an event disrupts the music. I don't like that. Well, at this point, we're kind of just building sugar to create jobs to bring in more migrants, because again, one of the migration attraction modifiers is from having available employment. Right there, yeah, so plus 30. So that's why we're overbuilding, by the way, because you might be saying, like, why are we building this when it's clearly having an employment issue? The more jobs that are available, the bigger migration attraction is. Now, in terms of actually getting more people to get here, it's kind of just like we need to get the right cultural communities to get the right people. We do have a lot of cultural communities now. These are all cultural communities up here, but we want stuff like, we want French, we want Occitan, we want big cultures. North German's a good one, North Italian's a good one. English is good. Like, these large groups is what we want. Even Yankee is nice because we're going to have a lot of Yankees eventually as we assimilate people in the north and they come south. Arkansas is Yankee. That's really funny. I want to see the culture map mode now. Hold on. Dude, that's crazy. That's Yankee down the Mississippi like that. What do we think, chat? Look, to the Americans in chat, by the way, is Missouri a Yankee or a Dixie state? Answer right now and do not give any nuance. Do not say anything which might help to elevate the understanding of the relationship between the Yankees and Dixies. Instead, just tell me the correct answer. John Brown. He's an abolitionist. He has to leave. It's Mexican. Thank you. Dixie, Dixie, Dixie. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, we got Irish here in American Oklahoma. Are you not American? No way. I'm Canadian. It's the same thing, I know, but I am Canadian. Please, I need to give context. No, don't let him. Mods, silence that guy. Destroy that guy. Snow Yank. It's real. Excuse me, why is John Brown in my country? I clicked the button that makes him leave. Why is he here? Go into prison. We put John Brown in prison. In real life, they killed him, okay? So he should be thankful. We do have a positivist. Kind of cool. That's alright. We can definitely stop bolstering the slavery movement now. They have 39% support. Holy. This game worth buying? It's now on sale? I think it's worth buying, yes. But it depends if you like economics, yeah, I guess. They made slavery OP. I know, right? Who just died? John Calhoun died. A tragedy. Let's get the haughty youngster. What did we get? Oh, the Whigs are winning the election. What the hell? Christopher Garnett is now the president. And the leader, this guy's the leader of the group now. Okay, wow, Imperious Ambitious. Nice. Is it like Europa Universalis? It has some resemblance, as in it has a map, but beyond that, it's very, very different. The economics, for example, are extremely different. Who's gonna be our next president? Next election? Looks like it'll be Christopher Garnett. Yeah, this guy. Okay. Unless none of these are any good. What are we gonna do? We're gonna have a Whig victory in the election. Can't be. It's not that different from EU5 economics. That's like EU4 economics. I'd argue it's quite different from EU5's economics because, like, in that game, like, there are no wages. Like, there's just, like, you can't make a consumer economy in EU5. There's no SOL. There's just, like, development, which I guess is like SOL, but it doesn't scale nearly as much. Like, the way that you play the economy in EU5 is significantly different than the way you play it in Victoria 3. Congrats on the new PC. What CPU did you get? I got a AMD 7800 X3D. Very nice CPU from what I've heard, and it's performing very well so far. Look at how fast the game runs while I'm streaming. I've been very happy with it. It even makes editing videos easier. It's kind of insane. So we have 100 sugar plantations, by the way. That's a lot. But they're not going to be able to employ for a long time. That's unfortunate. We will slowly be able to get those employed up eventually. What's the demand? Is it rival or is it embargo? Rival. I guess we're rivaling Austria. Love from the UK. Thank you. Why, bruv? Any good scran at the local footy match today? It's my best British impression. That's what you get. Never forget our head of state in Canada is still the king. Okay, we're loyal. I don't know. I think Canadians accept that like the British monarchy is still the head of state, but then like not really. But then like don't really care at all. Like they don't really understand. Like, they don't really care at all about it. I don't know. Cornelius Vanderbilt retired? Oh no. We love Canadians. Hell yeah, dude. Slave Act? What does this do? Like, I don't really want this. Even though this is like the more slave-oriented thing. Like, I don't actually want... This is just kind of bad. Not at it. I know Canadian monarchist IRL. Based. Very based. It's a huge Franco-Provençal migration, by the way. Now, the ultimate GIGACHAD move would be if we could get some Chinese states, and we could get a Han migration into Louisiana, but that's kind of like exploity, and it's not like it's that bad, but I don't really want to, I don't want to go that hard. Instead, we could just go annex the Congo. I think there's a lot of pops here, right? Not really. So, dude, independent Iquicha. The Incans will rise again. But we should definitely get control of Peru, Bolivia, I think. In me? No one will join. Okay. Do it. Get rid of some of these line infantry. There you go. I should also put the mobilization options on. Yeah. Oh, and we can do sugar input to get more sugar demand based. Tobacco as well, sounds good. Do an Alberta accent impression? I really couldn't tell you what an Albertan sounds like, despite having been born there. I just don't know, like... I don't know the features of what an Albertan sounds like. Best I could give you is Jordan Peterson, but that's more of a Kermit the Frog impression. Alright, let's do Ecuador first. It'll be easier. As a linguist, what is your opinion on Australians calling their corner store a dairy? Should they get shot? Well, they should get shot, but not necessarily for that reason. I don't know the origin of calling a corner store a dairy. That's weird. Or was it New Zealanders? What's the difference? How to piss off everyone from Oceania? What's the difference? In the words of Dr. Dre, what's the difference between me and you? Alright, we landed. Seems like it's going pretty well here. Sure. Oh yeah, the Southern Planters joined the pro-Britain Society, POG. Good. Your 3 viewers from PNG will not care about you insulting Aussies or New Zealanders. What is PNG? I don't even understand that. What that is. Unless you mean like the format for pictures. Or I mean Papua. Oh, Papua New Guinea. Yeah, hold on. I just clued in as you were saying it. It is Bolivia. Great. The golden circle expands. I do want to take over Cuba, by the way. I'm just being slow about it because Spain in this patch is actually pretty strong. Although it looks like they got a new king, Juan Carlos de Borbon Parma. He's not historical, but somehow he has a name that feels fitting for a king of Spain. Croatians coming to Arkansas. Please don't send me to Arkansas, anywhere but Arkansas. We got 78,000 Mosi, which I believe these are all slaves. I'm pretty sure every single one of these guys is a slave. Some of them have gotten freedom, but 132,000 slaves. Nice. Now, this is how you do migration. Let's get more cotton, I guess. Sounds good. The price is already floored, but it's still profitable. GIGACHAD. North Germans coming into Louisiana. That's very nice. Unfortunately, it's from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, so it's a tiny population. But still, every bit counts. We love to see that. How's sugar plantation doing? Interestingly enough, it doesn't seem to be wanting to hire despite there being available peasants and unemployed. Let's just see if maybe we can... Well, maybe we want them to work in the trade center instead. Do an XQZ impression, deal will collapse. Trust. What is... You mean XQC? The Lion of Laval? XQC? Is that who you mean? Because to do... Like, if I were to do that, like, I just have to speak nonsense. You know? Trade tenders are going well. We have a pretty big investment pool here, which we're not using. We probably should be using. Because we need more coal. I mean, let's do a little bit of like actually good economics here, not just building up meme plantations. I say that, but like anything profitable is good because when you have profits, you have more investment pool. But you got to use the investment pool. Do they make mass migration more frequent this patch? I don't think they did that. I think I'm just really good at the game, guys. Sorry, it is what it is. If we put Wilbur Thayer in charge, then we would have a traditionalist charge of the landowners. And that would actually let us potentially go to state religion, which is a good meme. And it also gives authority, and I'm kind of down for that. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to do that and hope that he becomes president, which looks like he probably will. Unless there's a better option in the exile list. Any landowner exiles? There is... Okay, do you want to make Metternich the president of America? Okay. It's too good of an opportunity. We have to do it. So we're gonna bring in Metternich. Excuse me, where is he? Did I not just invite his ass? Where did he go? What? Did he immediately die? Clemens? Metternich is a scam agitator? That's bullshit. They can't do this to me. I can't believe that they would do this to me. Paradox? Okay, remember when I said that the new DLC is 7.5 out of 10? Now it's a 0 out of 10. It's actually worse than Coronations for Crusader Kings 3. They found a way to do it. I can't believe this. Paradox. Scam. Then we get this consolation prize ass jingoist for the petite bourgeoisie. Cringe. How's the election looking, by the way? Pretty strong Democratic turnout here. Feels good, man. What else we got in here? I think we'd like to, once the church gets in here, we'll do state religion, and then we'll pass healthcare. That'll probably be our next big thing. Let's get the water tube boiler, because we want to get better iron mines and stuff. Oh, we should also prioritize getting this one, pump jacks, because this gives you the PM for plantations that makes them like twice as good, basically. How dare you nerf your score for Iberian Twilight for a fault of National Awakening? Look, it's just how it goes, man. Because my review scores are based entirely on my like personal feelings towards Paradox and nothing else. How it goes. Let's get state religion. Yep, perfect. This will be easy to pass because we have the church and traditionalist landowners. And I'm actually doing this, like unironically I'm doing it because I want the authority. Like there's actually a good reason for this. But yeah. A lot of Franco-Provençal here. Cool. Well, they get Helvetic. Makes them Swiss, I guess. Still won't employ, though, eh? Still won't employ, despite 88,000 peasants. I'm just gonna subsidize this shit. I want to make way too much sugar. Look at how the profits continue to rise. Interesting. So, is this... I wonder if the reason why they're doing peasants instead of going in here is because the job attractiveness of this PM is so bad. See how it says minus 90% job attractiveness for laborers? It's quite possible that this place would be employing over the subsistence farms if it wasn't so horrible to work in because of the violent treatment. I understand. And that being said, it's giving us 250% more slave imports. So I'm hoping that we're just going to be importing a ton of slaves. And in fact, it looks like all that we're missing is laborers, although they can be replaced by slaves. So we should see this... We should see slaves replacing laborers in here eventually. Authoritarian socialist planned economy, but with slavery. I kind of like that. That sounds really funny. Subsidize the exports too. I actually have already done that. I've already got this on subventions. I don't want to go too hard because it'll ruin my budget. But yeah, we could also subsidize this. So let's do that. This will get people out of the subsistence farms. So this is a good idea to do as well. Maybe you meant this, but yeah, this will help as well with getting sugar price up. It's kind of expensive, though. That's a little bit expensive. Turn it off. Turn it off. It's a little expensive. How do you get more slaves? Do they just spawn? They get imported from decentralized nations. But in terms of how to get more, all you can do is just like try to stack up more slave import modifiers, like we're doing by having violent treatment on. Also state relations here. Good. To put more, so I'm gonna put migration decrees around Louisiana, so that when mass migrations happen, they also put pops into Louisiana. Is gonna be the idea. This is obviously too many trade centers. They're not gonna be profitable, but give it time and they'll sort of shake up the economy a bit. Bulk trading. Okay, this is gonna ruin the trade center probably, but that's okay. Yep, there it is. It's ruined. I should also probably privatize this, but I don't really want to... Well, actually, I should wait till I have the Panama Company to do that. We should definitely get the Panama Company, or at least the Suez Company. And let's go to the Congo, I think. In terms of how to trigger the Heavenly Kingdom get huge migrations, I actually have no idea how to trigger it. I couldn't tell you. I wish I could help you, but I don't know. Because it is good, because Heavenly Kingdom doesn't have migration controls, so they'll let their people out. But alas, don't know how to do it. I'd like to annex, or do I want to protectorate the Congo? They're not going to be so bad and they don't give a company slot. I do agree. I do agree. But at least there's something. Yeah, we can do this. Portugal could join, but I don't care if they do. We're going to annex the Congo and kind of get ready to do a bunch of colonizing in here. We do want to... We could just do the thing where we only grab the coastlines, and then that way we can import more slaves. But we'll see what we end up doing. We're going to want to get a lot of universities so we can get straight to malaria prevention. That'd be very smart for us. Good. And the game awards go to CK3 All Under Heaven. Hell yeah, dude. Congratulations. All Under Heaven. Wouldn't it be crazy if any Paradox game ever won anything in a mainstream award show? Like, that'd go so hard. Like, it'll never happen, but like, what if it did, though? Didn't mean to open that. Go, this is this, blah blah blah. There's filing system. Faster guards and subsides, whatever. There you go, okay, great. How's the cotton looking in Arkansas, by the way? This should still be profitable as well. Because cotton is also one of those goods where even if the input goods are expensive, well in this case you don't have any, but it's pretty much always good to make cotton. Because it's so efficient. You have annexed Congo. Very nice. I am gonna need like colonial exploitation in order to actually get into like colonizing this area. For now, though, we go to agrarianism. Good meme. Censorship for authority sounds pretty good, actually. Right. I also wanted to do healthcare. We'll get to that in a minute. Despite, like, slavery, you know, we gotta put some healthcare in there. I wonder, does healthcare apply to slaves, by the way? Does anyone happen to know? I actually have no idea off the top of my head. Also, we get external trade 3. Beautiful. I didn't even notice we got mandates. I keep missing that I'm getting mandates because I play the game so fast now. Kind of insane. But now we can trade with the whole world without needing to worry about, like, having an interest. So we're actually going to take these interests off because I don't care about these. We're going to put them in Africa. And I guess we can go to... Yeah, we can go to Indochina. That sounds good. Classic American move. Yeah. At Grok, does healthcare apply to slavery? So true. I don't care to do that. Oh, by the way, small feature. Did you guys know you can rename prestige goods now? Huge. Huge, by the way. This means that generic prestige goods are way better because you can rename them. We'll think of some funny meme names for our prestige goods once we start exporting a ton of them everywhere. I think that'll be really funny. I would like some universities, by the way. Let's put them, I guess... We could put them in Louisiana, but I feel like that would just take jobs away from the more important stuff. So let's not do that. Instead, I'm going to put them, I guess, in New York. Sure. Get me, like, you know, just get me a measly 60 universities, and we'll build a bunch of paper to prepare for that. I have more authority now. We can put that on a consumption tax, I guess. Sure, tobacco. And get me to the middle step. That way we can start paying off this debt. Like, debt is fine, but I'd like to not be like halfway through our debt bar before we've even gotten to like the 1880s. I guess I should probably conquer like South Africa. That'd be wise. Anything here that I'd want? I guess they have a lot of resources. There's that. I could conquer all this stuff. That's so much infamy, though. Just for Benin. Oh, because Wilbur is reckless, isn't he? Yeah, that sucks. Okay, we want to wait for a new president before we do any more wars, then. And we probably want to wait for, like, we can get the colonial principle as well. That'd be a good idea. There's the first one. Do we just go straight for colonial offices? Sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. think we do. Yes. And then we can, once we get exploitative colonization or whatever, we can go into Africa. Psychiatry, pog. There's censorship. Good. I'm gonna put one more consumption tax. If we do one for sugar, that makes a lot of sense, probably. Now we'll do coffee. Then they wouldn't get healthcare, sadly. Oh, you hate to see it. That's so sad they wouldn't get healthcare. Do I want to negotiate? I don't think I'm going to need to negotiate. Healthcare is surprisingly easy to pass, because a lot of the advances in debates are really, really good at adding success chance. So usually you don't really need to debate for this. Also influencing Hawaii. What does this even do? Okay. I don't know what clicking this does, but I do it anyway. So who's going to be our next president? Looks like it's probably still going to be Wilbur Tyer, which is okay, unless they're a new... Okay, we don't... It hasn't been enough cooldown, but I'm going to say maybe if there's a new guy available. There's an authoritarian. We are interested in that, probably. But we need to wait. Oh, it is no movement he can spawn. Okay. Sad. Don't ask why Paradox nerfs anything, it's just vibes. That's fair. I'm okay with vibe-based design. It can be fun sometimes. Like, when it comes to Paradox games, I'm one of the people that really does not care about balance. It's probably why CK3 tends to appeal to me. It's because, like, balance really doesn't matter to me at all. Same in Vic 3, in EU5, whatever. I just want what's, like, fun. Sometimes unbalanced is genuinely fun. Just depends on the game. I think in CK3, unbalanced is fun. I think in EU5, unbalanced can be kind of not fun. And I think in Vic 3, unbalanced is really fun. Bad event, hate to see it. %90 votes for the Democrats, by the way. Insane. Look at that clout. Oh, man. The Divine Right is nice. We would like to get the this honest work, so we'll do something to make the Yeoman farmers happy at some point. They want universal suffrage. Okay, let's see if we can make that happen. Or this is probably because of the checkpoint bonus. Yeah. Still, they like stuff. Cool. We could give universal suffrage, so that way the slaves can vote. But that's probably not how universal suffrage works, is it? I'm gonna go ahead and guess that's not how it works. Also, I'm thinking that we actually do give the fruit company a trade thing. Yeah, that would make sense, because then they could like control the trade centers where they are stationed, and that would make these do better. Slaves can't vote. Cringe. Imagine not extending the right of voting to slaves. It could never be me. Get agrarianism? Probably a good idea, actually, because our companies are probably mostly aristocrat-owned. Where do we even see that again? I guess we could just check in the HQ. No, it's like fully capitalist-owned. Okay, well, never mind. Or am I not reading that right? Isn't it the case that, like, if we look at different companies, they have, like, different ways of being owned? See, this is full capitalist ownership. Full capitalist, does that say this here? Yeah, full capitalist. Okay, so never mind. It's all just capitalists. But I think that some of these companies have, like, a mix, don't they? Because in this case, agrarianism would actually be bad, because we don't have any aristocrat ownership. But for example here, partial aristocrat ownership on the American Plantation Society means that you actually would want agrarianism in this case, but we're not using that one, we're using a different one. Also public healthcare, nice. Very based. Up to almost 400,000 workers in here. Most of them are still laborers, though. Can we please get more slaves? Hello? They're barely even importing any slaves. They're just hiring people with regular jobs and then treating them terribly. Alright, we got another economy of scale cap. That's pretty good. Puts up to 112% economy of scale, or rather throughput bonus here. Not bad. I think I'm also going to subsidize. Oh, this is kind of. Does it? Never mind. Does not affect Louisiana. I don't care. I'm gonna probably subsidize the cotton as well, so we can get more people working in here. It should remain profitable even if the price floors out. I think it'll still be profitable. If we look at the world market, curious how much of a trader we are. We're still only number 2, which makes sense because Britain is like. The British market is not, remember, it's not just Britain, it's also all of India. So I think it's impressive that such a small market can outcompete, like, all of, well, not outcompete, but put up a fight against all of India. But I think most of our exports are still going to be cotton, sugar, yes. Eats pints. That's funny. I get it. It's because Pete Hegseth drinks. I get it. I see, Palaya. I see. Good to know. I need to start. Oh, I need to start exploring the American frontier so I can get the rest of America where you can go. Forgot we need to do explorations. We can get another colonial office level. Do that. Always take the riskiest options on the frontier expedition, because if it works out, then you succeed, and if it doesn't work out, then you end the thing faster and get another chance to restart, because you don't want to be stuck paying money for an expedition that is going to fail. You instead want to just like try to succeed as fast as possible or fail as fast as possible. Damn, think they got the bad outcome. Cringe. The reduced peril. Oh my god, we got the battle come again. Please stop. This was our destiny. Yes, indeed. Let's get more, I guess, more like, administration is what I was thinking of. Louisiana needs some. This way we can incorporate our states and also increase our stuff. We shall barter. Oh, and we can do groceries down here in addition to our sugar. I know we just did I know we like literally just did a grocery build on Cuba, but we do want to make demand for our sugar, so let's do it. Oh my god, whatever, just failed it, dude. They added the Second Amendment? I believe they did, yes. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, there it is. Gives you colony growth speed, mortality, training rate, and you get an obsession with small arms. That's cool. That's a cool feature to just give them the obsession. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, although they don't currently have it, so, you know. They tried. They tried. They wanted to give them an obsession with small arms, but they didn't actually give them one. It's funny. We also have tradition of free elections, which is a basic one. We're really close to perhaps succeeding here. Could we maybe get a good event? Epic fail. Yeah, they tried. I respect them for the attempt. Upgrade my healthcare a little more. Colony growth generation. We got 2 million people in Louisiana. Nothing too impressive, but it's growing. It'll keep growing. Making these food industries will help a bit. Failed expedition. That's sad. Let's try again. At least this guy will have Explorer now, so having the Explorer trait, I believe, is like the only trait that matters for explorations, but if you have this, you do a little better on explorations. Everything else I think doesn't matter. I'm not sure though. 1% mortality, that's like 3% less pop growth throughout the campaign. How will that survive? So true. Did they in fact fix the stuff that you mentioned in the review, the infamy bug? They fixed the infamy bug. They fixed a lot of things. I don't know about all of it. I'd have to go through and like do more stuff, but it looks like a lot of it was fixed, yes, which I'm very happy about. But I think there are at least a handful of things that weren't fixed. But you know, it happens. An agitator? Hold on. John Rock, go back in prison. Out of here. Another traditionalist available. Who else do we have? Florence Nightingale, who's useless because we can't put her in charge of an interest group. Like, they really gotta bait us. They gotta be like, here's a humanist in case you wanted to get multiculturalism early. But it's a woman, so... Sorry, buddy. Hate to see it. I think after this current construction queue we built up, which is pretty big by the way, we should start making a bigger navy and a bigger army. I think that'd be really nice. So let's sort of queue that up a bit. 60 ships, and then we'll do like 60 big ships. Did I do too many? I did exactly 60. I'm a GIGACHAD. New quest. Hunt. That's a good outcome, Pog. Yeah, more Democratic Party. That sounds good. They're just absolutely destroying the Whigs, dude. They have no chance. Abraham Lincoln, more like Abraham Stinklin. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, we did it. Okay, Buenaventura River is not what we needed, but it's okay. Try again. Can you get it as Louisiana, Palaia? Louisiana doesn't have Yankee or Dixie culture. I believe they're Cajun, and, how do you even check? Isn't there a way to check? Yeah, there it is. The Cajun and Afro-Antillean. Can you get it? Can you get the Second Amendment as them? Because they don't have Yankee or Dixie. You could probably do it on New England, or California, I guess. Which, by the way, this is a really strong nation now if you're doing Cultural Commonwealth, because Yankee speaks Germanic, and Mexican speaks Spanish, so you can Cultural Commonwealth like all the Germanic speakers and all the Romance speakers. The Haiti Naturalization Amendment. Oh, do they have a special amendment? I don't know if we can even check foreign people's amendments, but I didn't know they had a special amendment. In which case, if it's from an Afro-Antillean thing, then yes, probably the Louisianans can get it. The Polish amendment for Haiti. Oh, I see. Is there like a bonus to acceptance for Poles or something like that? I don't know. Weird. Yeah, Netherlands. Oh, right, yes. That's so true. I didn't even think of that, because they get Wallonian and Dutch. Yes. So true. That actually could be a really fun idea for playing Cultural Commonwealth Netherlands. I think I'll take the loan down. Nice. Progress. Onward. Cool. Just making coal and iron right now, just making the basics of the economy, you know? How is our sugar plantation doing, though? Are we looking? Almost 500,000 people in here now. 70,000 profits. Very nice. Trade, how's that looking? Not so good. I guess we can build some ports here. Sure, get me like 8 ports for the Merchant Marine. France looks like they're invading Siam. That's okay. Let them cook, bro. We'll be gardeners. There's the Oregon Trail. Nice. Now it means we get control of Northwest. Very good. So I should probably incorporate all these states. I just realized I forgot to do that. My bad. Dude, that was some good clicking. I'm just saying, I felt really proud of how I clicked through all those states. That's all I'm saying. I felt good about that. That was like expert level clicking. We have all the tier 2 tech? We do. Okay, so we're working on getting pump jacks now. It's gonna give us huge automatic irrigation for sugar and for cotton and everything. Alemannics coming into Louisiana. Very nice. Very, very nice. Big migration. Oh, 14k. Yeah. Okay, well. For a second, it was looking good. Sometimes this number feels like it doesn't really tell the truth. Like, things kind of just come in more than you might think or come less. But yeah. Also, Colonial Offices 3 is big. Minus IFME generation on for this, which is good. So now how much would it cost to conquer Benin? Now it only costs 15. Still quite a bit, though. Yeah, still feels like a lot for just like a small thing. But again, it's because the president is bad. What is your PC specs? I've got, for my CPU, I've got a 7800 X3D. For the GPU, I've got a 9060 XT with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. The AMD card. Very nice card. And I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I forget what the DDR on it or whatever is. Probably it's something good, I don't know. I got my computer built by a local business rather than building it myself. Oh, dude, the Ukrainians of Arkansas. Oh, I didn't even notice that. And they're obsessed with liquor. Oh my goodness, it's the Ukrainian dream. And then the mostly you're almost outnumbering the Dixies at this point. My goodness. I should pay more attention to this. Yeah, we got a lot of Ukrainians around here coming in to work the sugar farms. That's my culture map mode. Fluvial Bantu, Texas. We see this so often, the Fluvial Bantu, Texas. We also have Fluvial Bantu, Michigan, though. That's rare. I don't think that happens that often. And then beyond that, nothing too crazy. Still very cool. Has our abolition movement gone away yet? No, it's still around. Still chilling. Are there any interesting landowners for president? No. There is a reformer. Reformer is nice for compulsory primary school, but it's alright. How about in the army? No one? Okay. RTX 3060 with i7 10700F is better or worse than yours? Palaya, answer that question. I have no idea. I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm not trying to be a jerk, I just actually don't know. Palaya can answer you that one. Worse. Okay, there you go. Boom. Looking good over here. We're gonna get dynamite as part of our quest for pump jacks, and that's gonna help with our mines a lot. When are we getting our universities, by the way? Just gonna check the queue. It's after the coal mines. Okay, great. We're not too far off for the universities then. I think after, like, for our third principle, we'll probably just go advanced research. And also, I should probably get more members of the power block. So let's just start doing, like, a little, like, spree of doing protectorates down here. All these little guys. Will anyone join? Mexico might join. That's okay, though. I can take on Mexico. Nice cut. Thank you. Thank you. It was a long time coming. I like it, actually. It's growing on me. I think at first I was kind of like, eh. But it's growing on me. Mexico supporting separatism? How dare you? Okay. Just gonna grab all these Central American dudes, because they contribute to how many people are in my block. That being said, I think only, like, minor powers really give you any actual mandate progress. And these guys are all insignificant powers, so they're not really that useful, but still, grab them anyway. Coal plantation building iron mines. I know, I know. It's because we have to run something of an economy, don't we? Also, I'm gonna drop taxes now, so we can just focus on getting more immigrants. Like, the thing is that it's not very fun in Vic 3 to just build plantations. We are building iron mines, yes, but if it helps you feel any better, okay. We have 100 sugar plantations, okay, and we have 35 cotton plantations. We're working on it, but we have a lot of people working in sugar right now. All right, we're getting there. 300% more slave imports, although I wish there were more coming in. I feel like there's not enough slaves coming in here. I won't lie. Those are Libya desiring our subjects, by the way. Yeah, they're very desiring of liberty. Seems. I guess we probably need a bigger army in order to make them more loyal. That's probably the issue. Also, I should do a road maintenance plus resources. It'll be a pretty sort of playthroughs or just in the case slavery. We're just doing slavery, but we're doing other stuff. Like we have healthcare. People are also saying, people are requesting that I do like a Council Republic socialist slavery thing, which would be really funny. Like, could you imagine? Like, I've brought this up before in other playthroughs, but imagine like doing communist slavery, where the means of production are the slaves. So like these people over here would be owned fractionally by everyone in here. Isn't that just crazy to think of? Like, I don't know, because these people become, these are the means of production, these slaves. So, and the laborers, you know, they all share the ownership, so they'd be owning the slaves. Kind of really weird. But yeah. I don't want to give you investment rights. Basically how it works in Victoria 3, yes, it is. We can just do trade privileges. I do want investment rights, though, in Britain, but it's alright. Or is it? Do I actually really want it? What if I owe you an obligation and then I don't subvent clippers? How do you feel about that? And then I don't subvent engines. Where'd a lot of generals go? What the heck? Advanced offensive planner. All the Civil War generals, but we just didn't have a Civil War. We just went more into slavery, and that was that. After this war, who do we want to go for next? I mean, we could just do Argentina, I guess. How much would it cost? 18? Are you a minor power? He is a minor power. It's fine. No big deal. Guatemala. Want to grab, like, I really want to get Cuba. That's the one I really want to get. We should probably build up. Well, I already have it queued up, but after the universities, then's the food industry, and then I think we do all the Navy and stuff. Also, populating the American West. Get them all in. Cool. Unfortunately, the Ukrainians are no longer the plurality of Arkansas. The Dixies have supplanted them. Interesting. Irish, Oklahoma. Weird. A lot of French in California. Okay, based. Slavery run. How typical. I know I do a lot of slavery runs. It's because they're pretty fun. Like, they genuinely can be very fun. Just playing something a little bit different, you know? Get more construction. 10 might be a little bit too much, but okay, we'll weather the storm. Flipping, I love slavery. It's over. It's over for me. What do I want? I think we probably do just go with advanced research. It's so hard to ever say no to advanced research with how good it is. This tech is quite powerful. So true, update. So true. $8,000 multi-slaves. Yep, Democrats continue to win. W. Hey, what's up, Bandit? How's it going? Britain unfortunately got the coastline here. I should have been colonizing that, I guess, but I don't even have the right law yet. It's surprisingly tough to get onto like a different colonial law as the United States. We'd have to get the army is the only one that really wants it, I guess. I think then that we can't even try to pass it. Are they just like chill with frontier colonization? Yeah. We need a proper jingoist. Are there any good ones in here? A liberal, traditionalist, a theocrat. Do we want to try for a theocracy? The thing is that these guys won't like it. No, they're actually chill with it. Oh my god, we can do a theocracy. I feel like we gotta do something to shake things up. Let's do a theocracy. We have to wait for the religious majority movement to affect the church, I guess. Shouldn't take too long for that. In fact, I can probably bolster those guys if I really want to. Sure. Let's take the momentum. That's okay. You know what I can do is, if I rush down, so even if I can't, if I end up not being able to change my colonial law, I can rush down for malaria prevention, and then I can just make the Congo I can establish a colony in the Congo, and then they can use frontier colonization to actually colonize it. Also, Joshua Norton's here. Sure, yeah, whatever. Here come all the universities. Jefferson Davis is the new president. Interesting. Is this guy like a... This guy's like an actual historical president. I know he's green, but was he like an actual president? I believe he was, wasn't he? Go start colonization because they have no pops. You hate to see it. This was president of the CSA. Wait, for real? Oh my god. That's crazy. This is the Confederate president we have right now is the president of the United States? That's crazy. Well, we're just following a historical route here. That's all. So true, Plantasia. So true. Planetasia, sorry. South Germans come from Bavaria, coming to Arkansas. That's fun. What's the game plan with this run? So we have the we have currently the fruit company because it gives plantation throughput, and it's making a lot of money, by the way. And we're just making like we're going like full slavery, going for a super plantation economy. We have like 100 sugar plantations here, and they're making a bunch of money. And the thing is that I wish they would import more slaves, because looking at how much labor shortage there is here, you'd think we'd be getting more than 50,000 slaves here. Like, come on, right? But alas, it feels like this number is kind of lying to me. But you enjoyed it? Okay, great. We're gonna go for theocracy. It's gonna be funny. Oh yeah, we could probably bribe the planters, can't we? Yes, we can. Alright, this will make it easy to pass. Let's add some fine print about draconian blasphemy laws. Oh man, what the heck? This is so bad. You should, like, never take this. But I feel like I have to take it. Yo, what the hell is this, man? This is so bad. This is, like, it's disgustingly bad, but I gotta take it. Yep. Sorry. Gotta take it, man. There's no choice. How about the farmers get their approval too? 50 authority though, insane. So true. Sure, we'll give you political concessions, that's fine. Alright. This will make passing theocracy very easy. The Jefferson Davis, okay, he's gonna be like the pastor of America, the United Synods of America, I think it gets called. Let me change it. How does it lead to more mortality? I guess because the draconian laws involve a lot of death penalties, I'm gonna guess. So wait a minute. So that combined with the fact that we have the Second Amendment, which also gives mortality, means we're gonna have a plus 3% mortality. Which is kind of crazy. You disgust me, kind sir, I bid you adieu. Fair enough. It looks different with this hairstyle. I know. I got a haircut and I'm a new man. You'll lose Second Amendment, unfortunately. Oh, right, because we're changing the theocracy. Yes, you're right. We could have just had like an America where everyone's getting killed. Or making which game is which Far Cry game is the one set in the American hellscape where it's like a cult? Is that Far Cry 5? I want to say. Great privileges. Yeah, sounds good actually. Is that Far Cry 5? Forget. Yeah, 5. We're gonna make Far Cry 5 up here. With the theocracy and the Second Amendment, although we're getting rid of the Second Amendment, I guess, but still. Number 4 GDP, by the way. Behind Britain, of course, to be expected, but not doing too bad. We're on 0 infamy when we shouldn't be. Oh, Argentina got big. Let's take Argentina while they're below 25 cost. So funny that this guy's the president. Now that I understand the fact that he's the CSA president. So good. Got our universities coming in now, by the way, so tech is going to go a lot faster. This an alliance with Britain? I'd love that. Oh yeah. Britain, did you take over the United Baltic Provinces? That's messed up, dude. Can't do that. There's dynamite. As they say, as the white folks of America say, boom goes the dynamite. Let's get some that built. I have a lot of pops in Pennsylvania, so let's do it here in New York. Explosives. Get me like 15, and then we'll add dynamite once those are built. Baltic provinces are British. So true. So real. Question is, what would you name the local soccer team in the Premier League? What would you name the team from Riga? Would it just be Riga FC? Real question. Miracle Workers? Yeah, sure. 100% chance to pass now. Yeah. I'm upset at their infamy. But look, my infamy, I'm reputable. What about Britain? They're probably notorious. Nah, they're infamous. I was close though. They're going crazy over there. There we go. Probably should have been improving relations with all these little guys that I forgot about. Here comes the theocracy. There we go. So now we're the United Synods of America. This is Jefferson Davis. The okay. This is the ruler underscore president, Jefferson Davis. I think they forgot a localization here, guys. I think they forgot one. I think they thought that no one would ever do it. The Congregationalist Convention. Yeah, I think they forgot about this one. Ruler underscore president. Very nice. SOL is rising, by the way. For those that might think that the slave-based America would have a bad standard of living, we're doing fine here. Now, how are the slaves doing, though? If we check their particular SOL, they're actually at 10, which doesn't sound good, but, like, I encourage you to check the average Frenchman, 10.9. Our slaves are currently living about as well as the free people of France. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now Britain, actually similarly, a similar lifestyle to the average lower strata. Okay. Our slaves are living better lives than the average Russian. That's all I have to say. Okay. Also, once we get centrifugal machines, that'll go pretty hard, probably. Okay, so we're gonna get a new president, I think, unless this is a dictatorship. Are we considered? This is dictatorial. So actually, Jefferson Davis will be the president, or rather, the ruler underscore president until he dies. Interesting. So I wonder who we're gonna get after he dies then. Also, okay, no, we have these two. Okay, thought for a second we still had the Second Amendment. What do you have to say about your slave saying 45% mortality? Is that a good life? I actually have to correct you. It's a little bit more than that. They've actually got, looks like, what is it? They've actually got a little bit more because of our draconian blasphemy laws. So when the slaves say, "Oh my God, I hate my job," they get fucking shot in the back of the head and left in a mass grave. Okay. You know nothing party form? They're like the MAGA of the 19th century. Well, they're not getting as many votes as the Whigs, unfortunately for them. But we're gonna help them. We're gonna help them, give them some momentum if we can. They have healthcare, so it's fine. Exactly. They do have healthcare. Don't forget, okay, they literally have free healthcare. Like, look at that. Now, are they getting violently beaten during their when they're working in the sugar plantation? Like, yes, but they get to consume Gros Michel bananas. Like, how could you not be happy when 28% of your food consumption is this banana? Okay, that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Are the slaves included in the census? Probably not. I imagine not. Check Discord, Vic3 chat. Draconian laws is based off of this. I see. Wikipedia about the oral law by Athenian aristocrats. I see. 28% of their diet is bananas. I mean, they're just eating off the, you know, they're eating out of the company store, you know, like they're working at the company, and it's a banana company, so of course they've got bananas. The bananas are sourced from Venezuela, as you would expect. You know, this is where they get the bananas, and they bring them back home. Then they eat them. By the way, holy crap, we gave Venezuela a very nice piece of like some good stuff here with this banana company. In fact, when I say 28% of their diet is bananas, it's not quite accurate, because 28% of their purchased goods is bananas that are prestige bananas. So they may actually be eating only bananas for all I know, because they're also going to be purchasing like furniture and services and blah blah blah. They have a banana trough that they eat from. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Now you're understanding. Put the church back in here. Push monopolies on everyone near you. I mean, I don't really need to. I just gonna turn them into protectorates, right? We could do subjecthood. That's really funny. That's a terrible idea, but that's really funny. This would not be good to do at all, because we don't even have that many homelands here, but this would make the Mexicans happier in theory, I guess. But no, we will not be doing that. Didn't I want secret police? I thought I did. I do kind of want professional army, I'll say that. I also want proportional taxation, but that's gonna be tough to get. I guess for now, what I really actually want is the better colonization law. Is there like a jingoist military guy out there? Let's see. They're all positivists, bro. Can we like Omar Lutfi Pasha? That'd be funny. There's a lot of Republicans too. Wow, okay. Nope, not gonna... Yeah, so much taxes on the bananas. Yeah, I should probably... Oh my god, I can make a lot of money on it. Everyone's eating bananas, apparently. I mean, like... This would actually... So considering how much consumption of fruit there is in the country based on this number, doing this might significantly hamper the SOL. But... it'd be funny. So, sure. Let's watch the SOL go down in real time after doing that, by the way. Because I think it'll go down. Maybe it won't. I assumed it would, but... Here comes Hump Jacks. This will go crazy. Can I grow fruit anywhere in my actual core territory, by the way? Probably not, right? I think fruit, we need to go into South America for that. In which case, I guess let's just pick, like, a random spot, like, and just make it all fruit. Argentina got any good spots? Oh, they don't have fruit here either. I guess Venezuela is the best spot for fruit. There's Pump Jacks, by the way. Oklahoma gets migration attraction. Down for that. Let's pump up fruit here. Oh my god, dude, there's so much fruit here already. The company's been investing, it seems, on its own. Very cool. How's Venezuela's GDP? I probably have massively bumped up their GDP, haven't I? Yeah, it's nice. You can grow fruit using a farm one, right? Yes, but then it won't have the special... So if I do fruit via, like, a wheat farm, then it won't make the special bananas. Do I have no wheat farms? Because they can't be owned... Like, these can't be owned by the company. So they can't make special bananas if I do that. Oh, see, I was going to rush right for malaria protection. Malaria prevention, I think. And that'll take a while. And I really want upholstery primary school, but can't get it. What about Central America for the LARP? I mean, yeah, we're gonna build it in Venezuela. It's gonna be where we make all our bananas from here. Now we got groceries. Now this is nice because it's gonna make demand for the sugar. This is gonna generate profits all on its own, and that's good. But it's also going to increase the profits on the sugar, which are already making 100 grand. Okay. He who controls the bananas controls the universe. True. Nice name by Torta Sabrosa. I believe, what is that? Tasty cake in Spanish? Religious schools? I mean, I don't actually really like that, but honestly, like, sure, why not? Feels appropriate for the theocracy and everything. Where is it? This one. Full legitimacy, we'll take that. You make prestige engines? There's like one prestige engine company and it's in Austria. Oh, what the... By the way, speaking of Austria, what is this EU4 shit right here? Okay. That's crazy. I'm kind of losing my mind. I've never seen anything like this before. This is like EU5 AI, but it's in Big 3. Russian education? Yeah, sure. I don't see why not. Could even do some regime change for the Banana Republic LARP. Yes, I could. That is true. I should be clicking this. Got. So you've got like 3.5 million people here in Louisiana, but still not enough. It's not enough. Alright, we should probably do automatic irrigation. We don't have engines though, we should make some engines. Good idea. Not here though, we want to do them in New York. Voters, give me like 20 of those and some steel. Okay. We probably will need infrastructure to support all that, so we'll just kind of preempt that. Just unlock socialism. Oh boy. Don't let the slaves get any ideas with that. I think it will be really funny to do socialists, like socialism, after we do the Synods of America. I think that'd be really, really funny. We'll probably do it. Okay, is he a theocrat? Maybe we can get rid of him now. What do we get now? Oh, an abolitionist. That's not good. What do you mean you want to abolish slavery? Get out of here, man. He'll probably join the Whigs, or maybe he'll stay in his own party. We'll have to see. Are the rule folk powerful for the bonus? They are indeed. Yes, they're giving us 20% more throughput. Which means we have 125% throughput here. Not an abolitionist, yeah, I know, right? What a horrible thing. Also, we're out of bureaucracy, apparently. Fix that. Go. Alright, I have mandates that I forgot that I had. I always forget about them. For our last principle, so we have right now external trade, colonial offices, advanced research. For the last principle, I'm stuck between getting food standardization, which gives us throughput. The thing is that agricultural throughput doesn't include plantations, so I'm not really that concerned about this. It would reduce our mortality, but that's fine. Like, who cares, bro? So instead of that, I'm thinking we probably just grab companies, and we can go for company 3. Company 3 is just really good, so it's hard to say no to it. Exile this guy's enjoying the Whigs. If he joins the Whigs, it's no big deal. Who would maybe replace him? Not really any interesting ideologies there. If we get corporatism, we could get like a corporatist or something. An interesting idea. Swedes coming to Mississippi, by the way. Cool. I just go to schools. By the way, I just want to say, how come you can't solve the slavery debate by having slave trade on? I'm just saying, why is this only solvable by getting slavery banned? What if we had 10 years of slave trade? You know? Whatever, though. It's fine. Are there still some free states? I don't think there are. Yeah, Pennsylvania slave state, New York slave state. I think everywhere is a slave state. Even little Rhode Island and Connecticut. Because with slave trade on everywhere, it just becomes a slave state, I'm pretty sure. That's fun. What's this give again? Prestige and loyalty. Okay, cool. Right, and I wanted Cuba, so we can make a bunch of tobacco and stuff. Yes, we should go for that. But right, but I wanted to wait till we get more navy. So let's build up. We're gonna do the food industries, then we finally get it. Also, we have so much investment pool. Oh my goodness, we need to just go hog wild here. Investment pool, it must be used. I can't stand to have 100 million investment pool not being used. So get ready for debt. Does slavery become less profitable as time goes on? Will it eventually make sense for you to ban it? Well, it makes sense to ban slavery pretty much right away, but the reason why slavery isn't good into the late game, like per se, is because later. So you see here how like this PM is better than this one, but it requires more machinists and more farmers. Well, I guess same amount of farmers, but more machinists. So slaves can never perform any job that's better than a laborer, which means that as you get better PMs, you no longer really can use slaves. You have to start using actually educated people. That's like the idea, at least in the game. In terms of what it actually turns out, though, you should just always get rid of slavery. It's like never good to have, except for maybe right in the beginning to get some like some more population, maybe. Yeah. When are we getting slaves working as engineers? Yeah, I know, right? That'd be crazy. Yeah, the evangelicals did join the Whigs, fortunately. No big deal, though. No big deal. The Democrats are still winning the election. Nice, that helps. Yeah. Or loss for them. That. Election's over. We still have 100 legitimacy. It's good. Could go for universal suffrage. Kind of upsets the planters, though. There's like no reason to do it. I kind of almost want to just like go back to like we could even go up to wealth voting. You don't like it. You're Jeffersonian. You. Yeah, we'll just leave it. The sugar slavery print was actually insane, though. Oh, but the violent treatment. It does give 50 more sugar, which is pretty good. Investment pool looking now, but we still have a positive investment pool, even with like 500 points of construction. This is probably just from the companies. Yeah, company headquarters 142k. Okay, yeah, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good here. Gold in California is nice. A little bit longer till we get malaria prevention. That'll let us. I mean, I would say let us colonize, but we still don't have the right colonization law for that. It will let us at least get another level of institution for this, so we can get minus infantry generation against unrecognized. And then after that, part of me wants to say then we just go for multilateral alliances right away. Although I think before that we go for human rights, because that way we can get compulsory primary school maybe if we can get a reformer. Technically, I think we can get a reformer on Southern planters, but it's super unlikely. If all they want is slavers, oh my goodness. Could we potentially get like an army guy, maybe? An admiral? Are you a reformer? You're a slaver. Okay, it's not happening. Human rights plus slave trade, you know it. Well, the thing is, they're just not human, right? That's the... See, what this technology actually is, it's not saying human rights. It's saying human, right? Question mark, and then it's about studying if slaves are people or not. That's what it's really about. How could you not think of this? Invented human rights, but didn't pass any of them. So true. Very based. Texas has almost 2 million people in it. Still plurality fluvial Bantu. Very cool. Louisiana's 4 million. Mississippi, 2 million. Yeah, we got pretty good population concentration down here. Is there a population map mode? Forget. Maybe there isn't. Isn't there? There must be a way to see population. Or yeah, this map mode. Yeah, so if you look at the population map mode, we can see that we have a big concentration down here in Louisiana, and then like some up in New York. Big one down. In fact, it's our most populous state, I'm pretty sure, looking at that, looking at the color. There's 3.8 million in New York and 4.16 million in Louisiana. Yes. Trade union strong, loyal, then women's suffrage. Yeah, that would be good. That would get us a lot of workforce ratio on the slaves. We'll get women's suffrage eventually, but it'll be hard to do because obviously we have very powerful church right now. But eventually I think we can pull it off, maybe. Where's the cat? I don't know where my cat is right now. She's somewhere in the house. She might come visit soon. Who knows? She decides when she wants to be on stream. It's not really my place to bring her over here. I just want to say no to making liquor here. We just make groceries. Yeah. If I subsidize you, how will you do? That's looking like it's going to become unprofitable very soon. Yes, it will. Okay. Is your cat named after Alec Baldwin? No. Good question, though. Good question. The labor laws affect slave production methods. Ooh, that's a good question. So you mean like if I were to get, for example, worker protections, would this increase the wage on the slaves? No idea. I really couldn't tell you. But I feel like it probably wouldn't. Because slaves don't make a wage, do they? I think that the way slaves work is that they're the owners of the building pay for whatever they need, and they don't actually make a wage. See how there's no wage? This would tell me that worker protections wouldn't do anything, because they don't make any money. I believe, no, it would not affect them. Also, our explosives are here now, so we can set our mines to use explosives. Do that. Also, just general, we gotta change up the PMs and stuff. Big engine shortage, it's to be expected. Alright. Good. Good. I haven't changed any PMs in forever, so everything is just not correct, but it's okay. We're gonna have all these shortages, but just let the private economy fix it, you know? Let the investor pool fix it up. I'm spending a lot on, looks like, interest, on government wages, goods for government buildings. I guess we really want to decrease the cost of our paper, don't we? That'd be very nice for us. It is kind of really expensive, so do that right away. Because right now we're losing a lot of money, and my solution is going to probably be that I will pause construction and then let the whole construction sectors be used on the private sector. But we can't really do that right now because we're still taking on debt. So even if we were to pause construction, we'd still be negative. Can't really do that. Also, Italy formed, but like it's missing a few pieces though. Austria balkanized, it looks like, but they kept control of parts of Ukraine. Cool. No North Germany yet, so see how that goes. Oh, we got a target to Louisiana. That's good. Dutch fuel from the Netherlands. There's not a lot of population in the Netherlands, unfortunately. It also appears that no one's actually arriving from there. Oh, there they are. Okay, there they are. Took a bit. Now we have malaria prevention. So I would colonize out here if I could, but what I'm going to do is, at the very least, I'm going to establish a colony in the Congo. And now these guys, they should have frontier, but they have their capital here so they can actually do it. Now, what do I want to do here? Do you want to do Protestant missions? Or I think we just do the whip cracks. Yeah, this looks good. More throughput on everything here. Yep. Dude, someone speaking Turkish in chat. Nice. Sorry, I don't speak very good Turkish, so I can't really reply to you. What it is. I was like no buildings here. Guess we can build some for them though. Build them some sugar, yeah. And some tobacco. Slavery in the Congo? Ironic. Yeah, I know, right? Who could ever have seen this coming? Swap off now? I can't. I can't swap off of it. I think there's like no way. Because the only people that want it are the industrialists, and they're just like they're not, they're abolitionists or whatever. Well, I guess they're market liberals, but yeah. This is quite the Europe, yeah. I gotta admit, it's a bit crazy. Sweden took a chunk out of Finland, though. It's impressive. Well done, Sweden. That implies they defeated Russia, but maybe there was something weird going on. Territory of Hawaii. Okay. Yeah, annex that. Easy clap, dude. Free Hawaii. We did it. Slave state Hawaii, by the way. Oh, and they have a Han cultural community, so we can conquer parts of China and turn Hawaii into the ultimate economy, maybe? Opium? Become communist to get penal slavery, so it looks to be like gulags. We probably will go communist a bit later. We gotta wait till the trade unions get a little more power, which I think they might never get. Oh, this is good. Constitutional Union Party splitting off is really nice. Because that means that we could, in theory, bring them into government and use them to get the new law. They have like no voting. They have no votes. In fact, the Whigs are slated to win again. But we'll fix that with some random events, I'm sure. Oh yeah, they're colonizing, dude. Go. Marcus Johnston dies. Give them the haughty youngster. What did they get? Oswald Mattingly. Cool. Oh, and now they're immediately marginalized. Well done. You have multiple monitors? No, I'm on one monitor. Are you gonna become a dictatorship, by the way? Bro, I already am. Jefferson Davis, the ruler underscore president of the country, of the Congregationalist Convention. Dictatorial transfer of power. That's my man right there. So we could have the unholy alliance of the Whigs and the Democrats. Now, if I did this, it's literally the abolitionists versus slavers. That's like the only ideologies in government. Well, what would we want to pass with this? I feel like we want child labor laws. And, okay, the intelligence doesn't even care about that. Never mind, they literally don't care. They literally don't care. So, there's like no way to pass this unless we get trade unions. We could go for universal suffrage to maybe try to get the trade unions a little more power. We could also see if there's like a authoritarian around. Use that to try and mess with things. Maybe we could go to like... Maybe we could go to autocracy or something crazy. Oh, a modernizer. That's exactly what we need. This guy would give us exactly what we want. Let's keep him in mind before we pick him. Yeah, so we can go with... We have a rural folk modernizer. How old is he? 47? This guy is 59. Okay, we'll take the younger one so that it doesn't die. Yep. That's perfect. But unfortunately, the liberal movement doesn't seem to be pressuring the rural folk, and they probably never will. Okay, rip. Well, that was kind of useless, I guess, then. You want colonial law? No. Dude, I don't care about the colonial law. I got the Congo here. They're gonna colonize for me. It's fine. We're chilling. We're chilling. I should probably fight Britain for this land, but also like whatever. We're just gonna be friends. Eventually, we won't be able to import slaves, but I'll be honest with you. Like, I feel like we're not really importing any to begin with. Like, if you look here, our largest slave-oriented plantation is the sugar plantation. It has an additional 641% slave imports. But we only have 29,000 slaves. So, I don't know. I don't know what we can do to get more slaves. Like, I feel like we're just not importing very many, even though we've focused totally on slavery. Kinda sucks. So true, Epicster. So true. What's this war? Oh, it's Argentina fighting some native. Fine. How's our bananas doing in Venezuela? Looking good, guys. Looking good. This is kind of insane profits, to be honest. The labor is taking the slave jobs. So, like, yes, but that's because the slaves aren't already having the jobs. Like, in theory, what should be happening here is that the building will choose to fire the laborers to recruit more slaves, or the laborers will find jobs they prefer. So if you look here, we have violent treatment on. This reduces the attractiveness of the job by 90% for laborers. So they don't want to work here, basically, right? So they should be moving to other jobs. Now, to be fair, I guess we don't really have a lot of other jobs, but look, we have this one. Why don't the laborers move in here? It's like, well, they won't. I don't know why. They should be. I don't know. It's annoying. We'll build 60 more of these out of pure anger. Interest group are slaves part of? I believe they don't have an interest group because they're politically completely neutered. If we look here, I think they don't have an IG because they have no political power whatsoever. I do have non-plantation buildings here. As you can see, I have 40 groceries that are failing to employ, even though there are laborers available from the sugar plantation, which could be importing slaves. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Couldn't tell you. But I think that these laborers probably should be leaving to go work in the food industries where it's a much nicer job. But instead, they're working here. To be fair, let's compare the wage. Could be that they just have like an insanely high wage. So their average annual wage is 4.96 in this building. Whereas in the groceries, sorry, I lost my voice there for a second, laborers make 4.72. So in order to make like 20 pence more every year or whatever, I don't know how the wage is calculated, but 20 pence is worth the violence of working on the sugar plantation. You know, to each their own. Okay, to each their own. Three means company slot. What do I want here? Well, I want like a plantation-based company, but I don't want to take this one because that's not flavored. I think now is the time for attacking Cuba, but the problem is, can we defeat Spain? I mean, I've got not very many men, but I've got a big navy, so we could just conscript. But I think I queued up a bunch of men, didn't I? They're just behind all these steel mills and stuff. Let's do the army first. Or did I not queue up an army? I guess I didn't. Well, in that case, get that going. Here we go. That's 49. I think I will start using shrapnel artillery, because lancers are nice, but being able to do more damage means you win more battles, and I much prefer that. A little more. Little more. There you go. Now I'm happy. It's going to take a little bit to build, and once it does, we'll have a pretty big army, and it'll be very expensive, but it's alright. I should make some administrations first. Yeah, we're going to conquer Cuba, and we'll make probably a tobacco company. That sounds good. We could do the sugar one, but I've already given the monopoly for sugar to the fruit company, and I don't want to have to nationalize all this and then re-hand it out, so... Wouldn't it be better to spread out barracks in high pop states rather than spread? It doesn't really matter. First of all of these are really high pop states, well, except for like Nebraska. But a lot of these are getting a lot of migrants because they have a lot of arable land. They're pretty high pop states. But it doesn't really matter. Like, only if we were expecting to be barely winning battles, but I'm suspecting that we're going to absolutely destroy our enemies and not really care about trying to make sure that we do things right in regards to our barracks and stuff. Also, damn, we have 100 legitimacy on this. Are you max exporting sugar? The price is so low. I mean, I don't have it on super subventions, but I don't really need to. Like, I have a little bit of subvention on it. It's costing me a lot of money, but it's making lots of profits even without. That's whatever. I guess we could subsidize this. I wanted to give out... Right, I wanted to give out trade rights. I remember I thought of this earlier and never did it. I wanted you to have trade rights, and then privatize all this. Watch you get gobbled up by a fruit company. Or maybe eventually it will. I don't know if it ever will. But this way we'd get even more throughput on the trades. Let's subsidize it. That should help them with privatizing. They might be being weird about it because they don't have full employment. Like, sometimes when buildings aren't fully employed, the privatization is kind of weird. Okay, now it should start selling all the buildings out once it's full. I hope so. There you go. Oh, it's thinking about it. Oh, okay. Could you just stay fully employed, please? In fact, what if I just destroy one level of you? Will you now start? No? Okay. I think it's not privatizing because to be clear, we have lots of money in the investment pool. I think it's not privatizing because of this weirdness with a person getting fired over and over again. Annoying. Also, our army is ready. Let's invade Cuba. Okay, not... Yeah, I have to make you not like me. 1 second longer. Do we get some more ports? Sure. We're gonna have to pause construction pretty soon to try and deal with this budget issue, but at the same time, not really that big of a deal. I could also try to get onto laissez-faire, but I mean, I probably should. It's probably for the best. With our current setup, laissez-faire would be really strong. Evil USA runs are always fun. It's true. They always are. It's funny because you'd think I'd get bored of it, because I do a lot of USA playthroughs, but somehow it just never gets boring. This country is really fun to play. Something about it, I don't know what. If I knew why, I'd probably make a video about it or something, like try to explain it, but I don't know. You grant the fruit company a monopoly? Only for the fruits, but not for the investment. I could grant them a monopoly for the trade centers, but what's causing them to not buy up these right now is just that, like, it's being weird about the employment. That this is causing the issue. I don't know what to do about it. What if I take off the subsidy now? Maybe that'll fix it? No, it doesn't seem to be fixing it. What if I nationalize the two that are currently not owned by me? I don't know, this is annoying. Oh well. Also, I can do industrial port. I'd like to do that, actually. I'll have to start making steamers. In fact, we'll just switch over to all steamships at this point. Good. Great. Granted on the sugar and watch your GDP skyrocket. I already have the monopoly on my sugar. Here. What I might do is get rid of their industry rights on the railway. Then instead give the, I guess I can give the trade center monopoly, but like this just kind of I feel like isn't gonna be good. I don't know. Sure. If we don't like it, we can always take it off after. This won't make it so that they privatize it though, because it's still gonna be. They're not gonna privatize while it's not fully employed. So it's just gonna sit here like firing and unhiring and stuff. Firing and unhiring. I don't know how to talk sometimes. Right, I wanted to invade. There's gonna be a lot of infamy to take over all of Cuba because it's 3 states now, as opposed to when it used to be 1. But I don't care. Cuba is too valuable to not just conquer outright. Britain will join Spain. That's not good, but it's alright. I'll have to just live with it. They have joined Spain. Anyone want to join me? Nobody wants to help me. I understand. This is a very aggressive play. I get it. I do understand. Oh, right, and Canada's here. Okay, I guess I can just... Can I transfer Canada? Will that cost me way too much? I guess I can liberate Canada. Canada would cost me 6-3 infamy. I can act... That's, well, that'd be 10 over. I'm not going to do that. We're going to liberate Canada. Because that sounds funny. That should be pretty easy to do. Is there capital in Ontario? Nope. Quebec? What's your capital, buddy? Did they... Oh, did the west one actually do it? Nope. Hudson's Bay? Did they put it up in, like, none of it or something? Where'd your capital go? Oh, they have it in the Maritimes. That's funny. Cute. Oh, I should probably get my navy. It's probably somewhere nowhere near me. Argentine. Get it up here to protect me from any naval invasions. I think that's going to be enough ships to keep me safe. Hopefully we can get Britain out of this war pretty fast by inflicting casualties and getting the war goal in Canada. Also, I think I will stop building for the time being, so that we don't run into defaulting issues during this war, because the army is expensive. Nice, more migrants. On the capital. I know there's a way to. I know you can click that button to find it, but I thought I'd be able to find it easily by just like knowing where the capital usually is. It's not often that you see the person that actually forms Canada be someone from the Maritimes. Usually it's Ontario or Quebec. Sometimes it's Columbia. Just depends. Oh my god, the Whigs are going to take a massive victory. It's so over for slavery. The Whigs are coming up. This does mean that the trade unions will finally get some power, though, which is good. Maybe get some schools going because of that. Market Liberal becomes leader of the Industrialists. Who's the current leader? Also a Market Liberal. I guess it doesn't matter then. Well, if the Whigs are going to win, we want them to win hard, so let them win. And let's have the capital. One more battle, I think, and then we have the Canadian capital. Of course we lose it, though. Of course we lose the battle. Nice. You're still not privatizing. I hate this. I hate everything. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, we actually won the battle. Okay, great. So now Britain should tick out of this war relatively... I don't know how long... I say relatively quickly. It's probably going to take a while, but they will tick out. Now, when we liberate Canada, we'll try to become friends with them after, I guess. And then we can maybe get them into our empire. That'd be kind of nice. How's our SOL map looking, by the way? Kind of curious. Yeah, it's not bad. We have some bad spots, but we lost a bunch of SOL just now. I don't really know why. Spain is losing a lot. Are they just taking a lot of casualties? Yeah, it looks like it. It's cool. Maybe we can go and fight Britain's navy just to try and... Oh, I should actually go to... I should go to Ironclads. And let's change over to doing military ships. Yeah, Ironclads will make it so that we can actually fight the British Navy, probably. Because right now I think we would just get wrecked by the British Navy because they're going to have monitors and Ironclads and stuff, I think. Looks like my subjects are not happy with me. That's okay. Okay, we're almost done up getting man of wars. Great. Okay, now we have an actual good navy. Let's go and fight. Oh wait, does he not actually have ironclads yet? He's still using frigates. Okay, never mind. I thought we needed that, but apparently not. You want Liberia. Do I actually care? Do I want to fight France over Liberia? You know what? You have it, buddy. You can have Liberia. That's okay. I don't care. That's so inconsequential to me. Oh, Britain's fighting a little civil war, are they? Oh. Also, apparently I'm getting wrecked now. Hold on. Stop pushing. I can't let them occupy one of my states or else they will win the war, probably. So we need to defend. Which, to be fair, I'm okay with that. Because Britain will eventually leave this war. I should probably increase my military wages. We actually are okay with Britain just like throwing themselves into us here. Because it'll reduce their... it'll increase their war exhaustion. Just chill with me. Other company sounds good. I'm pretty sure on the defensive we do just win, but it's risky right now. Because now you have the whole like British armies here. Ain't no way I'm gonna lose to Britain, right? The worst thing is if I lose, I literally just get humiliated, so it doesn't even matter, but still. What I probably should do, rather than all of this, let's quickly conscript like a quick army. I should just try to land in Cuba as soon as possible, rather than trying to fight them off here. You get me like maybe a 40 size stack with shrapnel artillery. We're spreading it out because it'll reinforce faster the more it's spread out. By the way, in case you're wondering. Two generals is probably good. So rather than worrying about this, because maybe we end up losing to Britain, like fine. But we should try to make sure we at least get Cuba out of this war. Secret police? Yeah, okay. I can do secret police. And I think we still occupy this, right? Yes, we do. They're just slowly gaining a little bit of control over it. It's gonna be a while till Britain is willing to give up Canada. We have to hurry. Tough. Once their organization is full, we will go for the attack in Cuba. Their capital is the west. Looks like they're not able to actually push into me, which is good. We were kind of reinforcing a little bit, although it's still looking pretty scary there. The more men they have that pass away in the battles, the faster they're willing to give up the war. Start beating their navy. You guys organized yet? They're getting there. Unfortunately, they are making progress into New York pretty fast, so I think we begin the invasion now. They do have 80 advantage on this front, wow. I guess Spain must be conscripting or something to get all these men. Now this says minus 46, but I think that's because they have a big army that's trying to get over here. Okay, no, that's not going well. That's not good at all. Let's stop that. And instead, maybe we can pull men off of the Canada front by trying to invade up in London. Might be what's best here. Because they are going to take New York pretty soon, I think. Either we hold out long enough that Britain capitulates, or we can get a white peace pretty soon. Keep an eye on that. Britain is getting there. Okay, they want to do white peace right now, but Britain is pretty close. I think we can wait this out. If once Britain's out of the war, everything will be fine. And it looks like a bunch of their troops are going away, probably because they're scared of this naval invasion. They do have 233 men on it, so this is clearly a very effective tactic. They're pretty close. Every week they're gonna lose like what, one more capitulation desire. Okay, I think this actually was the biggest brain thing we ever did. We can cancel this now. We don't want to just lose men for no reason. But yeah, now they're gonna send them back over here, I think. But by now it's probably too late. I think they won't be able to take any of my territory before they capitulate. Very cool. Once they capitulate, everything will be fine. In fact, I think I will do that again, just in case. Just in case. Victoria Kyrgyzstan playthrough when... Bro. I don't know about that one. You'd have to release Kyrgyzstan, I guess, right? Or you could play as Kokand or something. That'd be about what you could do to play Kyrgyzstan. Oh my god, they actually grabbed it. That's not good. But they're gonna capitulate in just a couple more weeks, so maybe we just hold out. No, but now we don't have control of Canada. Okay, now we have to go back and save. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, my bad. We have to reload a save. Go back like 2 months. Yeah, my bad, my bad. I thought we were good, but we weren't quite good. Not quite. Okay. Let's redo the distraction. Still occupy this, right? Just barely do I still occupy that. Oh, they're so close. They're so close. Oh my goodness. Please. Oh no, they took it back. Okay, hold on, wait. I think I can cancel this. Gotta be careful because I need to reoccupy this. Maybe we can sneakily reoccupy it, but this is gonna be scary. Because, like, you know, navies, doing things with navies is always kind of weird in this game, and maybe we can get away with something stupid. Ah, there's no shot. They're putting units on. Okay, go back more. Go back more. Send me back to, Oh, but see, unfortunately, our officers are already overwritten each other, so I think we're kind of a little bit screwed. They might, if they lose enough gold reserves, they might still capitulate anyway, despite us not having the war goal. There's secret police, by the way. See, this is weird now. It's not even doing the fights properly. It's like ending them all inconclusively. Which is kind of working, I guess, but it's not. No. Come on, I don't want to lose this war. I don't want to lose. Also, we have too many Lancers, apparently. Interesting, I picked Lancers when I shouldn't have picked those. Maybe we can land in the Highlands. Dude, we were so close. I guess we're just gonna get humiliated. We were so close to liberating Canada. Alas. Or to be fair, Spain's open right now. We could just go for Spain. Maybe this is the based move. Not the best move, but the based move. This definitely is. Yeah, we're screwed. Okay. I think we lose the war. Okay, he's willing to just. Okay, whatever. Just humiliate me. That sucks. Painful. Very painful. Wow. Well, that was embarrassing, but we will try again after the truce is up, and we'll improve relations with Britain beforehand to see if we can avoid them joining the war next time. Still almost at 100 million GDP, by the way. In fact, we just hit it. Nice. Oh, we have a new ruler underscore president. Hold on. Lester Wallace, a market liberal. Cool. Wow, very powerful industrialists now. I mean, I guess that means that we can go to laissez-faire, which I would like to do. Let's unpause the construction. By getting laissez-faire, we'll reduce our interest rate, which is going to be huge. I probably should just raise taxes a bit. That's probably going to be like the actual wise choice here. Let's do that. We can finish our construction queue this way. We do have radical turmoil in New York, which is not good. Probably because they got occupied and they lost market access for a bit. And we raised taxes. That probably isn't helpful. I guess we can invest in military stuff. Like, we do have a big ability to research, so let's get French infantry and war gaming and all this stuff. Monitors would be good. Landing craft as well. Political concessions to the evangelicals. Sure. Oh, of course, the moment we actually wanted the Whig Party to win because they had industrialists in it, now the industrialists are no longer in it. It's funny. And the Whigs are doing really well these days. Unfortunate for me. How's Louisiana looking though? Take a look at the stats here. 13% of our GDP is here. Cool. Still weird about the... I imagine we're still not getting a lot of slaves, are we? Yeah, we actually have no slaves in here. Wow. Also, these finally privatized, thank goodness. Something must change that allowed these to privatize. That's good. That's huge, actually. Yeah, there's actually not a single slave working in the sugar plantations of Louisiana. Why? I don't, I mean... I guess good for them. They must have bought their freedom or something. Do we have any slaves here at all? There's like 80,000 slaves. Where are they working? In the subsistence farms? Okay. Damn. We're not even slave maxing, man. We're just violently treating our workers. No slaves. Cringe. Can I perhaps negotiate with somebody? Perhaps the church? No, they will not negotiate. Well, we can just pass this manually, I guess. Yeah, no slaves is pretty cringe. I don't know why there's no slaves here. What if we stop subsidizing it? Is that... Was the subsidies the problem the whole time? Wait. Now they're getting some slaves, but not very many. Only 7,000. I thought for a second we were about to see something crazy happen, but alas, we did not. They brought in like a couple, just a little bit of slavery, and that's it. Okay, well, something I guess. Because I was thinking for a second, maybe it's because we had subsidies on, and the subsidies were encouraging laborers to work there, and then they were replacing the slaves, and then when we took it off, it might fix it, but there's just a dusting of slavery happening here, you know? Unfortunate. Well, I guess since we have like 2 company slots to fill right now, what company do we want? We wanted those ones in Cuba, but we can't have them. Then honestly, like a basic mineral one would be good. Like we can just grab the this one, the Pennsylvania Premium Minerals. Give it iron mines as well. Kind of nice. Give slavery a chance. So true. So... And another abolitionist. Dude, the game really wants you to be an abolitionist, eh? I mean, it is the better choice, but still. Oh, he has a defensive pact with Britain. No wonder Britain defended him. Makes sense. Our colony in the Congo is expanding. Very slowly, but they are expanding. Interesting. Can't join against Cuba because we have a truce. Damn, we could have helped with an Antillean uprising. Why would you need transit rights through Spain when you have... you're already on the coast? That's a bit weird. Interesting choice by the AI. Polish mass migration to Louisiana. Very cool. Let's make some glass here. How's a slave looking? It's only 7,000? Yeah, it's just they brought in like one little tiny piece and that was it. It's so funny that they have middling standard of living here, despite the violent treatment. To be fair, this only affects the standard of living for the slaves, It does increase the mortality on the laborers, but doesn't decrease standard of living. Yeah. What's my culture chart looking like? Still have that mostly Yankee and Dixie. I thought maybe we'd have enough migrants to actually have like a different culture taken over, but oh. Federation of the Rhine, you say? Where? Oh, this. Okay. A little tiny Confederation of the Rhine by France. Or Germany, dude. The Germans, in general, have not had a good game. Austria and Prussia themselves have not had good games. Sucks for them. I wonder if maybe I build up more sugar here. This might get more slaves to be imported. Maybe. Just laissez-faire. It'll help us a lot. That's big for us. Also, I want to make sure that these companies have investment rights. How they can have that. No more monopolies, but it's no big deal. Like, will you hire slaves to fill in your labor gaps here? I hope so. But no, they're just hiring more laborers. Unless it's because maybe the cost of the goods for the slaves is higher than the cost of a wage for the laborer, but how could that possibly make sense? Like, maybe if we cheapen up furniture and clothes, it'd be better? I don't know. Feels like it doesn't make any sense why they'd be choosing to hire the laborers. So. Thanks for the follow, Star Slime. Appreciate it. Yeah, I really don't get it. I think I'm just gonna turn off subventions, by the way, because 54,000 pounds is like, I don't think that having the subventions on is really gonna help because the prices are still floored. So I think we'll just keep those off. We could do more trading though, for sure. Let's get a lot more trading going on. Too much, slightly too much. Go to 300 trade centers there. We have so much investment pool. We'll go to steel construction pretty soon, and then wait for the economy to figure itself out. Do I want to make a fourth company, or do I want to wait to conquer Cuba? I don't think anything here particularly interests me. William Cramp and Sons? Joke? John Holt and Company gives plantation throughput, which makes me kind of want to grab it. But we'd have to get a piece of Niger, which looks like it's kind of all already been claimed. Yeah. Fortunate. Because John Holt and Company giving the plantation throughput would play into our run very well. We could just go for Ford. We don't have a combustion engine. Carnegie. I should have made Carnegie. Why did I make the basic mineral company? Carnegie would have been a lot better. But, oh well. What else is out there? There is Panama, which trade advantage is okay, but eh. A lot of railway companies here. What's this one? It's interesting. Gourmet groceries. Ah, but Bacardi. Gotta love that one. I think I really just want the cigars one, so we have to wait till we conquer Cuba. Monitors is nice. That's very good. Our navy very powerful. Yeah, still not higher, still not getting slaves. Despite the labor shortage, still not getting any slaves. I don't know why. You'd think with this massive import bonus, we'd actually be getting more slaves. I'd have to look into exactly how like the limits and how many slaves you can have is calculated to figure out why it's so low. I think the trade center through. So if I attack Spain again, and the British get involved, I'm gonna transfer Canada instead of liberating it as a form of punishment for them stopping me before. That's what I'll end up doing. How many slaves are in Louisiana total? Like barely any. In total, there are 80,000 slaves here. That's it. We only have in total 9 million slaves across the whole country, which I thought there'd been a lot more. Also, wow, all the parties are neck and neck. That's crazy. Oh my goodness, the Industrialists are really strong. Oh yeah. Could we potentially get a reformer in charge of this? In fact, oh yeah, Roosevelt. We might be able to get Roosevelt if we get rid of this dude. Let's see if we can exile him and hope for Roosevelt. Oh, he's the president. We can't get rid of him. Okay, never mind. Never mind. He's currently the ruler underscore president, so get rid of him. Makes sense. That makes sense. We could go to oligarchy. It's fun. Good. Probably should make more glass. This place can't use slaves, can it? No. Also, I'm once again running out of bureaucracy. Fun. Oh, and there's our trench infantry. This will make defeating the British much easier. I don't really want any conscripts on this army. This is the professional one. This is gonna be like our naval army, like our marines. That's why it's lancers of artillery, because they land better. This will let us get the better mobilization option, like that. United States of America is such a mid name. I kind of agree. I tend to agree with that. I think they definitely could have, well, I don't know what they should have done, but I don't like what it is, yeah. But I don't know what you do instead. I can't think of a S word that's very, like, theocratic in nature. I didn't even have all this stuff on. Wow, I should have. I wonder if that's why we ended up losing the wars. I didn't even have any of the mobilization options on. Could have been a very significant contributor. So if I want to just, what if I declare war on Britain? Well, that'll bring in like all their subjects, right? So we don't really want that. Oh wait, no, it wouldn't, because we'd be. This actually is based, because we can, if we do this, then their subjects don't join in, and we just get Canada, and that will make the war against Spain much easier. I think we do this, and maybe France protects them, maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think we can handle them all. France won't protect them in a way. I didn't think so, because normally they rival each other. Yeah, we're gonna steal Canada here, and we're gonna also conscript. Question is, do you have trench infantry yet? He does not have trench infantry yet, but I think we will like just destroy him because we have the better units. Also, I should make admin again. I always forget. Also, we have 1 million peasants in Texas. Okay. Clearly, we need to start employing up Texas. In fact, what if we just turn Texas into a massive cornfield? How would we feel about that? Or we could turn it into a vineyard. The vineyard of Texas. That sounds kind of good, right? What if we just make wine here? Or we could make more sugar. Sugar is probably the better idea. Let's do a mix, I guess. 200 wine, 200 sugar, and the rest can be corn. There we go. If you had an American name, what would it be? Probably Terry. That's what I would say. Be my American name. France would join me. What war goal do you want? Return state, Savoy. Yeah, okay, sure. That sounds great. I'd be happy to help France reclaim Savoy for the help. We could go to... Dude, I kind of want to see if we can get Roosevelt on the industrialist and make him the king of America. That'd be kind of sick. Sing a general here. Alright, so we're gonna do the classic strategy. We're gonna do a distraction on Britain. We're gonna send a small army to London just to pull troops off the front. Yeah, I haven't actually messed with slavery in EU5 at all, but I've heard that it doesn't work that well. Or that like it's powerful in some scenarios, but not a lot of the time. I don't know, I've heard some things. Ukrainians coming to Arkansas, they're trying to reclaim their ancestral land here. Oh, that's unlikely at this point. Pixies have really taken over. Okay, I think we're about to take the capital. Since I was doing this war, I probably should have added, like, Conquest of Newfoundland or something, because right now I just realized that we're going to transfer Canada, then Britain is still going to have a border with me through Canada in Newfoundland, which is a little bit irksome. I guess it's okay. Oh, okay, or we can lose this battle. I thought we were winning. Rip. Oh my god, Ecuador has been occupied. Poor Ecuador. Well, apparently their goal against me is to liberate Ecuador, so I'm actually getting ticked down by that. Well, let's get back home then. Go and save Ecuador. I didn't realize that we were getting wrecked like that. Could we please get battles where we don't have bad visibility versus good visibility? That'd be really nice, thank you. Should be easy enough to reclaim Ecuador, then I'll probably keep these 40 guys down here, just to make sure we don't get like backdoored like that. Of course, they took the route that went through enemy territory, so now they have no organization. Very funny. Belgium's gone. Nice. Good. France might be trying to leave the war soon, though. Oh no, they have transferred Morocco on them, but looks like... Okay, actually it is occupied. Looks like we might end up making France lose Morocco. Also, we took the capital, so let's go on defensive. No reason to throw more men away. Have what we need. Now, it'll take a very long time for Britain to capitulate. Alright. We're just going to keep these guys here in Ecuador. And I think what we'll do to put some pressure on Britain is we're going to start raiding his convoys. I think that would... I mean, Britain tends to actually have convoy issues, so this could be really good. They don't always have convoy issues, but sometimes they do. They're fine. How's France feeling about the war? They're starting to... Yeah, they're going to capitulate soon. To keep them in, I could go and try to free Fez. But I feel like that would be kind of in vain. Instead, I will raid the convoys of Britain. Let's see. It might take a long time for them to lose market access, but they might eventually. I don't think we can check on how many convoys they actually have. The only way we can tell is... Okay, so you have the 95% here. Yeah, so we are starting to affect their shipping lane. This will be really bad for them. Because Britain relies heavily on the fact they have India in their market. And it should be good for us. I wish that raiding convoys had some kind of an effect on war exhaustion, by the way. The fact that it doesn't is kind of bad. Because it feels like it should, right? Doesn't that make sense? That if you have all of your convoys being raided, you'd want to peace out faster? Italy's out of the war, that's good. Now, while this war is happening, I could declare war for Cuba. And Britain, looks like they probably would join with Spain. The thing is, it's giving the prediction for if I attack Cuba, but Spain actually becomes the war leader. So a better way to see if I actually... I don't even have interests up, bro. But to see if I should try to declare war on Spain and then see how the allegiances look there, because that's actually a realistic representation of it. Oh, we actually have a reformer. Oh my goodness. Saved. That's good. How's the market access for Britain looking now? Looking pretty bad over here. 76%. I say pretty bad. I mean, this is bad, but it definitely could be a lot worse. But I doubt we're going to be able to raid enough convoys to just, like, destroy his market. We are about to win, though. Hell yeah. In fact, I'm going to set all these guys to raiding. See if raid even more. They're trying to land, but I think that's quite unlikely. Why do you have no organization, though? Supply shortage. Okay. That's unfortunate. Why do you have a supply shortage out here? I guess we still win anyway, though, just by the pure numbers, but... really annoying. I think we still win this war. In fact, I'd be willing to swap these if he wants. If he ends up being weird about it, I'd be willing to just give him liberate Ecuador and I take Canada. Like, I would happily swap Ecuador for Canada, you know what I'm saying here? Oh, by the way, chat, allow me to, if you will, allow me to speak about food for a minute here. After the stream, I'm gonna go and make some food. And I made, I made a little, like, what'd you call it? Not an experiment. When I was last at the store, I was just kind of, like, looking for stuff to buy. Because sometimes I go to the store and I'm in more of an exploratory mood. And I saw this, like, jar of, like, sweet Thai chili sauce. I was like, well, I've had sweet Thai chili stuff before. That's good stuff. I want to try that, right? But I bought the jar of sauce. And it says that you can use it to, like, marinate meat, or you can just, like, throw it, you can, like, dip food into it, whatever, right? I made like a little egg wrap yesterday, where I just scrambled some eggs and, like, you know, put it into a wrap. And as I scrambled the eggs, I cooked it with the sauce. And I made a discovery. Okay, you guys are probably gonna think this is really stupid, but you know, it is what it is. I realized that, like, there's the point of the sauce is to basically overpower all the other tastes, because I seasoned my eggs. I seasoned the onions and the mushrooms that I also stir-fried with the eggs. Like, I seasoned my food. I was like, oh, let me also put some of this Thai chili sauce on, because I want to see if it tastes good. Also, they capitulate nice. And as a result, I ended up just having a wrap that tasted like Thai chili sauce. And I was like, oh, like, that's, I guess that's kind of the whole point, right? Is that you just put the sauce on, and now all the flavor is whatever that sauce was. But that wasn't really what I was looking for. I was hoping it would, like, almost augment the flavor. I don't know. But I plan to try cooking a little more with that sauce, but maybe this time, like, doing something, like, maybe using less of it. I don't know. But I've been enjoying lately making, like, little wraps and stuff. I posted one on my Discord, if you know, if you want to check that out, by the way. I posted one on my Discord showing off some of the, like, one of the little wraps that I made. Nice. It was very delicious. We'll reduce autonomy. Also, I didn't mention it because I was talking about my story, but looks like the New Grenadians want independence, and Spain's supporting them. So we could use this war as an opportunity to conquer Cuba, actually, or at the very least transfer Cuba, which I think would also work. Sure, let's transfer Cuba. Imagine it making the United Synods of America. Just become a theocracy, little bro. That way you get your ruler _ president charge. Theocracy. Simple as. Oh, Confederación Sudamericana. I didn't know this was even a tag. Look at that, Argentina went hard this game, I guess. Good for them. Anything else I want to do in this war? I'm gonna be transferring Cuba. I guess I can. Oh, I can give stuff to Venezuela. I mean, that's fine. I could reduce autonomy, but I don't really want to do that either. Mexico protectorate's a bit much. Well, there's anything else I want to do here? We could try to transfer the Philippines. That's for Elb. Liberate some countries. Like, I could try to liberate, like, parts of Spain, I guess. Like Catalonia. I think let's just do this as is. What I do want to do, actually, I'm gonna transfer Cuba, but I want to conquer the western and eastern part so I can make the company. But that's gonna be so much infamy. Ah, whatever. Who cares, right? Infamy is just a number. Oh, Cuba. That will let us make the cigar company that I wanted to make all this time. Economy of scale bonus is really good. That's going to make our sugar plantations even better. Look at that. The minimum price and it's still profitable. 133%, but they're crazy. Generals. Okay, I think we just destroy Mexico. I don't think we're worried about that. In terms of war goals on me, they have a lot of war goals on me, so I think it's gonna be pretty easy to just like push into New Granada, capitulate them, push into Mexico, capitulate them, then we'll focus on Cuba. Yeah, this is gonna be an easy war. It's nice in a way because it isolates Spain from their allies through this war. Awesome. Canada's going for the naval invasion. Wow. I mean, there's no one there, so maybe. Maybe if they're sneaky enough about it. So I get the feeling that Canada is going to be very heavy on the Liberty Desire. Because they're going to be pretty strong compared to me. Yeah. Well, I can evangelize, though. Alright, I forgot that I could do that. That makes them upset, though. That's funny. I'm going to appoint a governor. Mr. Venable. Planter. Probably want to do a local appointee, I'd guess. Make them a little more loyal. Yep. Cool that they get, when they're an American puppet, they just have the Canadian flag, by the way. They don't even get, like, the, they don't even get a, anything weird. So what happened here? Where did my front go? Did they peace out? Oh, they must have peaced out, okay. Fair. Let's first go occupy Cuba, then we can go occupy the stuff. We'll go occupy Peru, Bolivia after. I think no one will contest this because they're going to be so focused on the Mexico front. And Canada actually landed, wow. Oh, Canada always carrying, look at this. This reminds me of playing them in Hoi 4 and like carrying the allies by getting the right naval landings and stuff. That's really funny. Okay, we made it to Havana. Now I should be able to capitulate Spain. Perfect. Then we just have to go naval invade Peru, Bolivia. And Canada wants to be a Dominion. You know what? Sure. Canada can be a Dominion. Their Dominion Day is 1889 this year, okay? November of 1889 is the new Canada Day in this world. And it was granted out of nothing more than laziness on the American government's part, because they didn't want to bother trying to make them stay loyal. Also, there it is. Okay, great. We now have the western and central part of Cuba. We have to incorporate that. It'll only take 12 years. Okay, that sucks. That's gonna take a long time. And looks like the war is over. Okay, great. That was easy. This war? What's this? Oh, it's just a colonization thing. I'll assume that the Congo's got that. And how are we looking in terms of our plantation still? Still missing workers despite the fact that we could hire a bunch of slaves. Don't know why. Don't know why. I guess we can make more motors here. Maybe it's just... Maybe if they have cheaper inputs, they're more willing to. Could be something weird like that. Though again, I don't really think that's how that works. Now that we have this, I think we do have to incorporate the states in order to make the company. So. No, we don't. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we just need to make tobacco plantations. Saved. I assumed that, like pretty much all the other companies, it would say that you have to incorporate them. But no, we don't. Excellent. Now what we can do is we can use all this arable land in Eastern America for just a bunch of tobacco. I think it'll be pretty cool. Like here in Mississippi, we're going to throw down a bunch of tobacco and it's going to be great. Once those finish building, it should be good to go. There it is. Oh, and I did quickly. Right. And there it is. Okay, Epic Games just turned Russian. Bro, why? Investment rights, and you know, that's good, I guess. No need for trade rights. This is Clement Kershaw, the Republican of the Industrialists. And now we're just gonna drop like all the tobacco farms here. Good. And here too. Texas doesn't have tobacco. Does Arkansas have tobacco? It does. Okay. Oh, Missouri. Missouri also does. Beautiful. And we'll see how this does in terms of, like, how many slaves we get in from this, but I'm hoping this will cause a lot of slave imports. We're now number 2 GDP, by the way. Very nice. It feels like now that plantation economies are a bit more powerful, it's a bit easier actually to have a like a strong GDP game, because you can make a lot of GDP very quickly with plantations. It's an interesting thing. Right, and I wanted to switch to steel frame building. I think we'll do that once we're out of debt. Won't take long at this rate. Why is this in my entries? The Iberian Union. I guess it's just there in case someone else starts it, is the idea. I don't know, weird. Oh wait, is General still streaming, chat? I'm just curious. Because it'd be funny if I start my stream and then I raid him to end my stream after I was watching his stream. Looks like he is still streaming, okay. Because we might end the stream pretty soon. I'm getting pretty hungry. I kind of want to end the stream pretty soon. But at the same time, we haven't quite done, like, I want to at least get these tobacco industries first, so we're gonna at least wait for that. Yeah, 12 years is a long time, but let's go steel frame at this point. I know I said I'd wait, but let's just do it. And yeah, the construction queue will handle fixing all the storages that will pop up from that. That, and I guess our imports too. We probably, I mean, these are probably all focused on exporting sugar, but they might change over to other stuff. They are making a lot of money exporting sugar. That's kind of crazy. 62,000 profits on sugar exports. Let's have the bolt action rifle. The big one is the automatic machine guns, and then after that, like, the next sort of large increase to your offense is probably going to be stormtroopers. There is NCO training, but this requires you to get radios, and so you have to go down over here and get radios. That takes forever. But I don't tend to actually use NCO training very much. But I do like to grab stormtroopers for the offense to infantry. I guess military aviation is probably smart as well. Oh, and chemical warfare. Yeah, this is also really, really strong. But again, it's tier 5 tech, though. It takes a bit. Build up some groceries here. This is probably too much groceries at this point, because the glass price is all out of whack now. You have a raid message idea? Say it. Slavery raid. Oh my goodness. That'd be good for when we raid generalists, yeah. Although, unfortunately, most of our... I say unfortunately, I'm okay with it. Unfortunately, most of our viewers are on YouTube right now, which means that they're not going to be able to join a raid. Not a big deal. It's just a thing. It'll take 5 years, it's predicting, to build up this construction queue, which I think it tends to just be incorrect when it tells you that. I think it bases that number off of if all of your construction points are being used on it, but we're only using like a quarter of our construction points on government construction. I believe that's just like not correct, but I don't remember how it works exactly, because it tends to not feel right. I tend to feel like it's not actually accurate. Of course, your independence is supported by Russia, of all places. Come on. Crazy. It's okay, though. There's no way Canada will break free. 24% GDP ownership. Oh my goodness. Britain owns, like, all their country. That's funny. How old is Lester Wallace here? He's 53. When he dies, there's a chance we get Roosevelt, which would be so good. But we'll have to wait and see. How many slaves do we have here? See, why does Arkansas have 250,000 slaves compared to Louisiana with just 68,000? I don't know why. I gotta maybe figure out. I gotta do testing to figure out how like places determine whether or not to have slaves. Like, see, these cotton plantations are using 126. They're using more than half of the total labor is slaves here. That's more what I was hoping for, you know? Okay, we're now making cigars. Nice. We're the number 2 tobacco producer in the world. Looks like India is number 1, which makes sense. They have a lot of arable land. But once we build up all those tobacco plantations that I put down, it should end up being me. That'll take a bit, though, because we have a lot of stuff to get through. Let's maybe pull back on this. We're already almost done it, though. Let's pull back to, like, 250 instead of 300. Seems reasonable. I guess 260, I did the math wrong, but it's okay. Probably don't need these decrees anymore. Instead, just do more agriculture decrees down here. Now they're importing slaves, apparently. Importing slaves from Hemba. Not anymore, though. New company slot. What to use it on, though? I guess we can do the like, we can do Bacardi or something. Or we could do, La Grana Azucarera. The problem is that we already gave all the sugar to the, other one. you know what I'm talking about. We already gave all the sugar away to the fruit company, so this isn't really going to have much purpose anymore. We could do like a wine company because we're making a lot of wine in Texas, but again, this covers bananas as well. We don't really care about that. There is Carnegie, but we already have the coal and iron one, so not much point. And I always do Carnegie. It's boring to do Carnegie over and over again. What's out there? What else could we get? Ford is not bad for the engines. Yeah, this is probably our best bet. We have to get to combustion engine for that, though. I think we'll maybe queue up the 5 motor industries here for now, and then we'll think about that later once we're done researching up to machine guns. I guess I'll queue up the combustion engine, get to it when we get to it. Here comes all the wine in Texas now. Let's see how profitable it ends up being. Wine is a good which shares, like, it competes with coffee and tea, I think. And I don't think we have much coffee or tea in the market, so we should have a lot of good stuff for making this wine. Like, people will start consuming a lot of it. It'd be nice if we could get a prestige wine. The only prestige wines are in France, Spain, and Portugal. The two here now being added via the Iberian Twilight DLC. Cotton also makes sense if you still have arable land. Cotton does make sense, yes, because we have a prestige good for it. So it could be a good idea as well. And we could even start making clothes out of it. Part of me wants to actually say no to these 200 sugar plantations and do cotton instead. That's probably smarter. We'll do that. I wonder if they're going to start getting a bunch of migrants to Texas because all these new jobs. Looks like it. Texas has 8 million people in it. Wow, okay. Might end up becoming our new population center. There's our machine guns. Oh yeah. Also, I'll help Cuba put down this little rebellion. They're having an anarchist rebellion. Imagine. Under Cristobal de Radas. Nice. They have slave trade? Look at this. The anarchy, multiculturalism, slave trade. That shouldn't actually be possible because you can't usually have multiculturalism while on slave trade, but they're just breaking the rules a little bit. No big deal. And they're gone. Well, it's nice knowing you. The anarchist slave trade goes hard. Also, that's a lot of migrants. Okay, well, it was only there for a second, but... How many slaves are in Texas? Almost 1 million. Okay, okay. Anarchy for me, but not for thee. So true. And I assume that we can have slaves on the vineyard, right? Yeah, sure can. In fact, they're only using slaves. There are no laborers in here right now. Good, good. #1 GDP, by the way. Wow. It's not hard to be #1 GDP as America, but still, feels good. Oh, India's gone. That might be because I destroyed their like convoys. That could be that contributed to this happening, but that is also going to weaken Britain's GDP a lot. Yeah, that's probably what that dip is, if I could ever look at it. Hello, thank you. That's probably what this dip right here is, or that maybe that was me taking Canada, but either way, that dip could be India, the second one. Has this run been more successful than your previous cotton exporting run? Well, it's been different for sure. In that run, we did the CSA, so we separated from America. It was a very different playthrough, and we mostly made cotton, yes. But here we've actually been doing like kind of more of a hybrid of plantation and regular industrial building. So this run is obviously more successful in terms of just raw GDP, but SOL-wise, I think it's still lower. We have more time to build the SOL still, but it really feels a bit lower right now. We should probably be populating the west more. I think we can drop taxes, because we now have a good income. Get rid of this too. I know we were memeing about the banana tax, but we're getting rid of it because it's actually not very good to have. Why can't you employ? Productivity would be too low. Okay. Well, once we build up the engines, that should help a little bit. It's gonna be a bit though. It's gonna be a little bit. In fact, let's expand construction. We have laissez-faire, so we can afford it. Let's expand it like a lot. I think we might go really hard here. This will probably end up being really expensive, and I might have to put taxes back up again. But that's fine. We'll do Kentucky, they have local iron here. And let's do Tennessee. Here. Okay. All my Nashville enjoyers can get some construction sectors. This is going to be, like, really expensive, but it's okay. We have a lot of investment pool. In fact, it'd almost be kind of funny to stack up like $1 billion investment pool just for the meme, but that's a bad idea. A lot of money sitting there doing nothing if you just leave an investment pool. Does slavery boost pop growth because it lowers SOL? I wonder actually, how much do slaves... Do they have a good birth rate? I have no idea. Because remember, the SOL, the average SOL may go down because of slaves, like a state's SOL goes down, but your birth rate is still based on the SOL on each individual pop. So here we see that the birth rate is not high enough to counteract the mortality on the slaves. So that's not really increasing our growth. And if we were to check on, say, these laborers, they still have 17. They still have 17 SOL, regardless of their regardless of what the slaves are feeling. So this number is probably lower because we have slavery, but this number is going to be about the same as it would have been, or you know, maybe through big downstream effects it'd be lower. But you take my point, right? Norval Wallace. Some anarchist from the Congo. That's funny. Oh, we have a humanist now. That's good. Oh, who's this? What's this? What's happening? Generalist rating. Hello.
Can I help you?
Yeah. Generalist just traded with 16 viewers.
What's up, bro? What's up? How's it going? Welcome, Generalist Gaming and the viewers. How are we doing today? Did Generalist manage to play more than 10 years in the game today? I'm fucking around, but how was the Brazil playthrough? How are you doing? Loud car. We said by Journalist. I figured. It's not particularly fast. It'll take a long time to drain all that money. Honestly, I've been playing like too much of a wimp in Victoria 3 these days. I'm always like scared of this big deficit, but this really is the. It was going good, fought a war that looked bad and lost. You hate to see it. We also recently lost a war, or I say recently, I don't know how long ago it was, but we lost a war against Britain and turned things around later. Eventually we took Canada from them. This guy looks way too serious. Needs to chill. Combustion engine, yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. And then I think maybe we just rush for compression ignition. Like, I do this so often now, where I just rush compression ignition, but it really is so good. I took your advice, by the Generalist, and I made a bunch of sugar plantations, and they're doing pretty well here. The thing is, I can't seem to get enough people to get into slaves. Like, I want more slaves for the country, but they just don't want to import anymore. Like, here in the sugar plantations, they've only employed 22,000 slaves, and there's 150,000 available. Like, there's a lot of people that could be working here, and they just won't bring in more slaves, and I don't get why. And, like, I guess by now, there's not as many decentralized nations, so, like, maybe that's part of it. But there's been a lack of slaves for a very long time. You know? Like, basically the whole game, I've been unable to get any slaves. Not any, I have some. Like, up in Arkansas, there's, like, almost 1 million of them total. You can subsidize to employ up and then stop. But, yeah, I was doing that, and it was still just getting laborers. It wasn't, and yes, I am using violent treatment. Okay, it is increasing the slave imports. But I had it subsidized, and it was just hiring laborers. I don't know, it just brought in a bunch of laborers. So, I don't know. Annoying. It's fine, though. It's fine. Over here, the cotton in Arkansas at least has quite a few slaves in it, but I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is between Arkansas and Louisiana as for why they'd be wanting to be here. Like, I am subsidizing these, it's true, but I was subsidizing this for basically the whole game, and they just kept hiring laborers. It's fine. Copium. What if I subsidize it again? Are they going to start hiring slaves now? No, see, they just bring in more laborers. Cringe. Yes, by now, though, maybe because there's no more slaves. It could be that that's why, but even then, there's still decentralized nations. Probably hire laborers, too. Yeah, I know, it's fine. Like, it's probably better, in fact, but, like, I want my... Revolts free the slaves. Yeah, well, we haven't had any revolts. So that's good. Also, wow, France just reclaimed Haiti. That's crazy. What happens if you don't pay your debt? France conquers you. Here comes the motors in Louisiana. This will help with our immense motor shortage. Well, if they could ever employ up anyway. How's migration? Okay. What's up, Kingsley? How many slaves are in Texas? 647,000? Yeah, it's just... I feel like there's not enough slaves. I want more. I see there's over 1 million here in Alabama. This is what I'm talking about. 43% of the population of Alabama is slaved. That's good shit right there. And they have 13 SOL, by the way. That's not even much lower than the average in the country. They're living okay lives. I guess they're mostly house slaves. That must be why. That's what I'm talking about, though. Shit, Paradox players say, yeah, we all know, we all know. Can you guys stop wanting independence, please? Stop that. You got Italy, Spain, Mexico. Oh my god, you got them all on your side. Well. Anything worth nationalizing? Okay. I guess I could take Puerto Rico off of Spain this time. No, I think I'd rather just this war, and I don't really care about this war. To be honest, I don't really even care about my subjects that much. Only one I care about is Venezuela because they have all these bananas that we're making some good money on. But beyond that, I don't really care. I guess we can regime change Mexico for the fun of it. Let's make Mexico into a theocracy, you know? Sure. That sounds funny. Leave Venezuela alone, please. Sorry, it's just the American way. Can't help it. Oh, I need to turn on machine guns. Oh, it'll reduce my organization, but that's fine. This is my current power block, by the way, for those wondering. We got the golden circle going. Classic Confederate lore. We did actually have Jefferson Davis as the president for a while, or rather the ruler _ president, because we're a theocracy, but that was funny. I asked, when it happened, I said, like, oh, Chad, who's this guy? He's historical. What is he? Like, oh, that's the president of the Confederate States. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. Right. So let's defend first, and then we'll attack after. Let them waste their men. Devil's Paintbrush. Stalwart Defender is not bad, right? I'd rather just take this. Oh, I should probably raise my conscripts so I can do naval invasions. Oh well. Skill issue. Canada once again going for the backdoor on Spain. They love doing this, and I think they're going to get it because there's no Spanish troops here. Oh, never mind. I think they just got there. Oh, they're Italian troops. Okay. And they're going for... Oh, they're going for Canada. Okay. No big deal. Let's advance the front this time. And in fact, we should pillage because it's funny. It's a good meme. Yeah, pillage. Technically, pillaging actually is kind of good because it means there could be mass migrations out of Mexico from the lost SOL thanks to devastation, and they could come here. So like, there is a reason to do, pillaging, but I mean, it's kind of just for the fun of it right now. Or mass migrations to Louisiana. I wish we could just do mass migrations of slaves, but oh well. Here comes all the tobacco now. We queued up a while ago. Yeah, we should do more molds. Yeah, great. Let's do all this. I'm not gonna do the max tier weapons, because whatever. Okay. I've been forgetting to do all my production methods for a long time. It's all kind of out of whack. Justifying war crimes because it's optimal. That's correct. Yes. Oh, we got new trains. I didn't even change over, dude. And we got publicly traded. I didn't even change over. That's crazy. Also, we once again need more bureaucracy. The constant need for bureaucracy as America because you get more migrants and the migrants demand more bureaucracy. Also, we're out of railroad or infrastructure. Did I notice that a while ago? Get that fixed. See, how are we doing here? Do I have to go back to defense mode for a bit? Maybe. Italy's gone. Okay, Italy's gone. That's good. Makes the war a bit easier. This is a very cursed Italy, though. They didn't get Tuscany, and Tuscany also took Emilia. So there's like this weird just thing in the middle of Italy. Oh, and Prussia is even more messed up now. Jeez. What is this? Is this the anarcho-monarchist? No, okay. It's monarchy with cooperative ownership and factory councils. Okay, sure, whatever. Whatever you say, game. Also, I'm #1 GP now. I didn't even realize that we were on the way to that. I keep on accidentally becoming #1. Like not as in accidentally, like I just mean I don't know how it happened. I guess Britain losing India probably debuffed them enough. That's cool. By the way, those of you that have been playing the DLC, what do we think, by the way? I'm always curious what the community thinks of the DLCs after I review them. We check the current Steam reviews to see how the DLC's doing. Looks like so far it's positive with 92%, but it's only 28 reviews, so it's not exactly a a large sample size. We started a Cuba run, been fun so far. All right, good, good. Glad to hear it. Cuba's definitely a good play, I'd say, on this patch. Don't even know who just left the war, but we're leaving. Haven't even unpaused yet, based. That's a true Paradox player right there. And Mexico's really holding out in this war for some reason, despite how much we're mogging them. Look at that GDP graph. Nice little spike there. That guy's gone. I should probably send an army. Oh, there's Mexico. Get defeated. Let's send an army over here to invade. I was gonna say it should be the like small one, but now that we're done with Mexico, we can just do it. Or say manually, we do it with the main army, I should say. They want wait, peace. Yeah, that works. Okay, great. See you later. So now Mexico is a Catholic theocracy now. That's cute. One thing I wish regime change did was, so to me, like, regime change could actually be good if what it did was it reset your relationship with the country. Because it's like, I think it's kind of pointless to regime change except for memes. Like here it's funny to turn Mexico into a theocracy. Like I find that funny. So that's why I did it. But if you wanted to make it an actually useful war goal, you make it reset relations, because it's like a new government, right? The new government is now friendly with you, would be the idea. And maybe it gives you a leverage bonus. That could also be a reasonable thing. So you might want to do it on nations like down here. And you make it cheaper than Protectorate, which I think it usually is. I'm not sure though. Having GIGACHAD the title is crazy. I know. That's why I do it. Also, dude, we need more engines so badly. I guess we probably should prioritize actually making the engines that I queued up in Michigan so we can get Ford. Makes sense. And Ford will help us with getting actual engine output. How's the culture map mode? I should check that out. It's not looking too crazy. A lot of Dutch down here, apparently. Very Dutch population. This is just historical. Swedish North Dakota. I guess Swedish Minnesota is more the thing, but it's close enough, right? Dixie, South Dakota is weird, though. Yep, that's weird. I'll give you that. The current election looking like big Whig victory. Huge Constitutional Union Party L. Oh, we do have Roosevelt in the Yeoman Farmers. I wanted him for the Industrialists, but it's okay. I guess we might get Nicholas Voinard instead. Or Newton Otis. Or JP Morgan. Guys, sure. I guess we can conquer Russia to do the thing these guys want. Alright, let me make Ford real quick now. It's Ford. Can I make Ford? I thought I did the motor. There it is. Motor piece. Great. That's Hannibal Glazier. Okay. Cool name, bro. Investment rights. Guess I could give him steel mills, but it's okay. Canada, why are you damaging our relationship? Oh, it's not very nice. Dude, the GDP graph is going wild. Love to see it. Let's attack Russia for Alaska, I guess, so we can do this lobby demand. Charles Dickens is ruling Cuba? Is that true? Wait a minute. There's no shot. No, it's Alejandro de Rojas, bro. Or do you mean in your run? Sorry, you mean in your playthrough. My bad. It's based. Charles Dickens is too good to pass up, so every country that can get him, you should get him. We wanted to make Metternich the president of America, but then he's kind of a scam agitator. If you ever invite him to your country, he just leaves, apparently. So that's cringe. But, you know, he tried, I guess. Russia is a major power, bro. What happened to you? Are you okay, buddy? Not feeling so good? Are you bankrupt? No. He was almost a minor power. He's that, but no, he's back to great power now. Oh, let's go land in St. Petersburg. Put him in his place. Got so many radicals. It's kind of really bad. Got a populated nation, great. Multitudinous. I'm hoping that now that we have Ford, maybe we can actually have some engines in the nation. I guess we could build some in like Kentucky. Good, actually. Give me like 100. I do enjoy just casually dropping like an immense amount of stuff in one place. Look at that. Is that Canada? No, that's Cuba making that landing. So Canada's been carrying, it feels like sometimes. Wow, my subject Peru Bolivia owns most of Mexico's GDP. How did that even happen? How? It's really funny. I own 63% Venezuela's GDP. That's cute. They're actually doing great here, dude. Their SOL is crazy high. I guess because I'm making all these jobs for them. These bananas. The United Fruit Company is a force for good in this world. We landed there? Oh, we did land. Okay, that's good. Like Canada landed here too. This is so cool working together with Canada, though they hate me. It's just like real life. Although in real life, I'm the Canadian. I don't know, it's weird. Self-hate? Yeah, something like that. What's up, Kevin? Kane's coming to California. Cool. There's still actually a pretty huge native population here. What's their birth rate like? They doing well here? Yeah, they got a pretty good birth rate. Nice. Give this more SOL. Mexico's having a revolt? What is this? Positivist revolt. Interesting. So the theocracy is having an atheist revolt. Appropriate. Kevin, do you play Victoria 3 at all? I think you just play CK3, right? I don't even know if you play any Victoria 3. There's Alaska. I think Canada's going to also colonize it, yeah. So we're going to be competing with Canada to colonize this. That's fine, I guess. Played, but Macomb has handed to me after a couple of years. Yeah, that's fair. It's a tough game to crack, but once you do, it's actually not that difficult. Which I know is how everything ever works, but still. The point is that I think it's a simpler game than people give it credit for. But it's it definitely can have the first, yes. Industrialization is so powerful here. I guess because the company headquarters is here, right? This is where the United Fruit Company is headquartered. That explains why. Especially when the UK was super aggro. Yeah. A lot of runs as minor nations that are like unrecognized can get totally destroyed. They can get like wiped out by Britain. Oh, there's no colonization law in Canada? It's not gonna pass before they finish taking all of Alaska. It doesn't matter. Like, I could impose that law, but it's not gonna... Like, look at how quickly we're eating up Alaska. It's not gonna matter. Oh, okay, well, this... I mean, I don't think Canada will handle that, but this will... I guess a revolt means maybe there's enough time, but even then, I doubt it. I want them to go exploitation, though. Maybe they'll go colonize Africa for me. Although it looks like there's not really any more coastline to take. So we'll have to live with. Also, Raj, still independent. Very cool. Scandinavia is here, and they have this. See, this is Victoria 3 is really going the Victoria 3 AI has really been playing some EU5 lately, doing something like this, and Austria doing something like that. So that gave Canada colonization rights, not me. That's funny. Now I don't even get to colonize anymore. That's funny. So I guess Canada gets this then, but yeah, I think there's something weird going on here with how this would have happened. I wonder what it could have been. Does Romania only have Transylvania? Yeah, I don't know. This is just, it's absolutely killing every Hungarian in the chat to see this. They're losing their minds at this. Okay, that's a little better. Like, that's alright. That's not too bad. But they don't like this though. Oh, is there a river here? Oh, but it's not a mappy river. Who cares then? Mappy Rivers are where it's at. How many slaves are here? See, only 9,000 slaves, bro. Why? Import more slaves. Whatever. It's fine. Here come all the motor industries, finally. This should help us a lot with profitability in our plantations. Also, I think we built most of our tobacco stuff now. Yeah, look at that. That's good money for how expensive motors are. Once the price comes down, see a pretty big change there. Can't exploit the rollers. You hate to see it. How do I increase demand for sugar? I got the prestige version of it, but it's barely breaking even. So you have two options. You're either gonna look at your sugar and you're gonna give it a subvention on exports, which is very expensive, or you're gonna do what I did in the previous stream as Cuba. You're gonna make the Bacardi company, and you're gonna drop a bunch of groceries, and you're gonna get that shit on baking powder. That's the other option. You talking to a blue Yeti snowball? No, just a blue snowball. They did not combine the Yeti and the snowball into one. So I guess fish is good for this. Yeah. Okay. So I found the good way to make sugar profitable was to put groceries down with Bacardi and use the throughput on the groceries to make for a good sugar price. But you can also just cement it and export it that way. Not a bad idea either. Also to 400 million, which is goes to show how strong Cuba is. By this is about how much GDP I had when I was playing Cuba, which was crazy to think. Although we are holding ourselves back here by doing this weird plantation build. Like, plantations aren't terrible, but we would be better off if we focused on building up in the north here, focused on all the iron and the coal that we have. Oh, nice. Lester Wallace is dying. Hold on. Prepare for new ruler underscore president incoming. Who we want to get here? Oh, an abolitionist. No, stop trying to get me to abolish slavery. It's Alexander Wachendorf. He's actually North German. Wow, okay. I read it like a German, but it's because he actually is German. Crazy. Is he the actual leader of the interest group? No. This guy's the leader. Sylvester Magan. Okay. Cool. Is party logic whacked? Party logic has always been whacked. Hard to imagine an era when it wasn't totally weird. We'll start a socialist movement. That's what I'm talking about. Get the anarchist in here. It's time for socialism in America. Or the game can crash. Or the game can crash, if that's what you'd prefer. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. Right. I wanted to end the stream a little while ago. There's no better opportunity than when the game crashes. So how about we call that a stream, and we can maybe continue it next time. Because I'm hungry, I want to go make food, and I don't want to launch the game again. It wouldn't take that long, but I'm already kind of done for today. Let's find someone to raid. Sorry to the generalist viewers for raiding me and then just immediately going to find someone else to raid. Not immediately, but relatively after finding someone else to raid. What do we got? There is Playmaker again. He's playing at EU5. I think that sounds pretty good. We can give him a raid. We raided him last time, but he's a reliable person to raid, I think. So let's do it. The Playmaker. Yeah, I don't know. That was a pretty fun run, but I feel like I was disappointed. I was disappointed by the lack of slaves. It's okay though. We definitely could have played more intelligently by not just putting down 100 sugar plantations. Like, ultimately, we should have probably like maybe picked a different industry. Sugar is really strong, to be clear, but we could have maybe gone for the tobacco and then tried to cement it and get it exported everywhere. Blah blah blah. I don't know. We could have done different stuff, but I'm pretty happy with how it ended up going. I just find that with plantation runs, it's like fun for a bit, and then you get a little bit bored of it because the plantation goods don't have like a supply chain. But yeah, it's fine though. I'm happy with how the run went, and well, maybe we'll continue that one. We're probably gonna abandon it though because it was so late. We'll see what happens. I wanted to do socialist slavery, but it's just slavery just sucks. That's the thing, is that slavery just so bad. We would have been so much better off if we just didn't do slavery. I think that maybe if even if we had been importing like millions of slaves, it still would have felt pretty bad. I think I can't think of a world where I'd actually feel pretty happy with the slavery. Regardless, that's the stream. Thanks for watching, people. I really appreciate it. And thanks, Journalist, for the raid. Check him out on YouTube and on Twitch. Excellent content creator, good friend. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace out.
Like coalition wise. Hey, thanks for the raid. And hello, hello.